bump the game anything in
Somebody
years.
said in the comments, no
Hold.
name
I fuck
drop.
with the game, bro. I'm
What's
from
the last thing
Cali.
you
I
bumped
can't
from
let
the
you
game?
get
Hold on,
some
we're gonna
fan
take
shit.
turns. We're gonna take turns. Let him
When
go.
last thing you bumped from the
Come
game?
on, bro.
What's the last thing you bumped from the game?
One blood.
Nah, chill.
How
You're wild.
long ago that was? When the last time you bumped something from the game? Real shit, other than the Rick Ross this record. And he was on there saying
Somebody
nothing.
said red rose, white ceilings.
Okay,
I like that joint with him and Ye. That joint was hard.
it's just the
Yeah,
hate.
yeah,
That
that
him and
easy
Ye.
was crazy. Easy was crazy.
Like, look,
Is
I
the
ain't,
whole album out?
nah, it
Not
come out.
tonight.
Not
Not
yet. They
tonight.
come out
Tonight.
at midnight.
He done fucked up the length of the documentary. He done did the part 3. This nigga just doing shit. Like, we don't care, bruh. Like I don't care about none of that shit he talk about. I don't care about him and Kendrick and the King of Compton and I'm signed with Drake. I don't care about none of that shit, nigga. Make quality music. You used to do it. You
I
used
still
to
got
do it all
the
the
winter in
time,
rotation.
Can I interject
Go ahead,
here?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Jay.
All right. Well, I appreciate the feedback on the record. Two things. What year the Game's debut album dropped? Oh what?
Oh,
five.
five.
Oh five. We are in
05.
2026. So we're
Exactly.
21 years into Game's career. I don't think anyone's thinking that he's returning to his peak. That's like asking LeBron James to beat 2015 and 16 LeBron. That guy's gone.
Whoa. No, he's not.
Let me finish.
We gonna get that.
Let me
We gonna
finish.
get that.
Now the other part of this is, it's a fun record. What did you want him to go out there and talk? He's addressing something that people have been talking about. Everyone says you shouldn't have brought Drake to Compton. Everyone says you shouldn't be siding with Drake. Everyone says people have been feeling a kind of way. You got people in the media running around saying whatever about Game and trying to bring up these old stories. He's just addressing the things that people have been saying. Instead of doing an interview or typing it on Instagram, he put it on a record. I'm not expecting some crazy lyrical thing. It's a fun song. You got Drake on the hook, and you dropped it at the perfect time to gain momentum for your album. Strategically, it makes sense, and we don't know what the rest of the project sounds like. So I would say this song is far from whack or trash. This is exactly what I would expect from someone who's about to put out an album in 2 hours.
Okay.
Nazi.
So to answer the whole thing about 05, none of the fans think he's returning to that. The game thinks he never left that. So when you use the LeBron James analogy, Bron know he's not the same Bron. The game don't think he's not the same game. The game still think he's that dude in his prime, and he's not. And he said it on every platform he's been on in the past 2 years, from Shannon Sharp to whoever will talk to him. He's the king, and until niggas take the crown from him, and it's like, yo, stop that shit.
So you would want him to be like J. Cole and say, I don't think I'm the best. But if he said that, then I think you'd probably be saying something different. What's wrong with a rapper, an artist saying, I feel like I'm in my prime and I feel like I'm the best? That's the confidence you should have. You about to drop a project. You want to walk into a project saying, I might not have it no more. Why would you do that?
You feel like the game in his prime?
No, I don't expect any rapper who's been rapping for 20 years to be in their prime.
Is Rick Ross in his prime? He just dropped the album.
Rick Ross prime left a long time ago.
Rick Ross is also like this is my thing. When the game's not putting out music, and the game like if Game ain't putting out an album, he just putting out songs. Game don't do none of this shit. He just dropped records. He ain't do none of this type of promo for Dramatica. None of it.
Was anybody speaking on his? Was anyone speaking on his name back then?
He was doing bad promo for Dramatica.
Hold on. Nobody was speaking on his name just now. He put his name out there and made niggas speak on his name. That is true.
That's not true.
That is what are you talking about? He been doing this campaign since they was beefing. Because he jumped out the window with the Rick Ross shit. Then Joe Budden called him and said, "Why did you do that?" And his exact words was,
that was 2 years ago.
And he's been on a campaign for this shit that he dropping in 2 hours for 2 years now.
So he was on a campaign when Stat Quo picked up the phone and gave a story. He was on a campaign when Mac Watt was talking about him. He was on a campaign when Top called Stat Quo. That's his campaign?
Well, yeah, that's what he wants.
No. You can't get. I'm not gonna let you wiggle out of that.
I'm not wiggling out of nothing. When he first came back and everybody heard him rap and he dissed Rick Ross never responds. And when niggas do shit like that, when they baiting for somebody to talk to them, if you don't respond, they disappear.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago.
I listen to me. I'm giving you you good. That's 2 years. Listen to me. He did that. And then after he did that, the game proceeded because you saying when he did that shit did you see him on Shannon Sharp podcast? Because that was before. That was before Stat Quo did that. He was
When was he on Shannon Sharp's podcast? How many weeks?
Podcast before that.
How many
This
weeks?
year. And I don't know the exact year. I don't know the exact fucking week. He did it this year. It was this. No, it was this year.
A few months ago.
It was this year. His album is dropping this year. This year, he sat up there and said he was the king. He was the best rapper from Compton. He was this. He was that. I'm not.
Well.
I mean, that's just rapper shit, though. That's just like ain't that what they do? Like, what's he supposed to
That's
do?
been for 21 years in a row. He's been saying that.
I'm not mad that he talks rapper shit. But if niggas gonna sit here and not look at this nigga stirring up shit to put his name in it, so you could go play. Nobody up here gonna listen to that shit. Probably Philly is.
I'm from Cali.
Listen to what? The documentary 3?
Yeah, Philly.
No, we don't listen to documentary 3. Come on.
Who else are you listening to?
Y'all
Like,
gonna come up here and be honest?
Yeah, if it's trash, we'll say the documentary 3 was trash.
About Dramatica. Not one nigga was honest about
Dramatica
it.
was a good album, bro.
Dramatic was good, bro.
I'm done.
Dramatic was good. I don't know what you call good. Dramatic was okay, bro. Like,
So take away the Eminem diss. That wasn't that bad of a record. That was not a bad record. I'm gonna have to go on record. That Eminem diss made it terrible. That made it trash. But he has some joints on there. I'm gonna keep it above.
Y'all can keep the game. Y'all can bump that shit.
I think the Kanye record was on that. No?
Man.
Damn, you don't want to listen to the documentary 3? Come on.
No, you saying that shit like it was the documentary one. No, I don't want to hear that shit. No.
You don't know. We ain't heard it yet. It might be. You never know.
Yo, my chat said he was on Shannon Sharp in December. So if you think he's been on a 10-month rollout, he might be wrong.
It was a while ago.
You know what? Thank y'all. You know what? Y'all can have
The interesting dynamic is seeing the Drake guys have to automatically start to defend it. It ain't even out.
Here we go. We ain't even brought up Drake. Nobody said nothing about Drake. And then Drake. We said nothing about Drake.
Already.
It only took about 15 minutes, chat.
They got talking points already. They already telling you the album's fire. Drake is only on the hook, guys. Drake only on the hook, my niggas. We already talking about his fire. Listen,
man.
Slow down. That's all I want to say. I know you guys got orders, but let's slow down. Let's slow down.
Real quick. Let me ask y'all a question. So we started off with the game topic, and Charles has said Drake's name about 6 minutes into the stream. Is the Drake stimulus still alive?
I didn't say his name first, my guy.
No, I didn't.
I just said Drake's on the hook.
Is the Drake stimulus alive? Is the Drake stimulus alive?
Hold up.
No.
I didn't say Drake name first. One of you two said Drake on the hook. I think it was you.
Yeah, because he asked who was on the hook, or he asked if Drake got a verse. And I said, no, he on the
Somebody
hook.
just said, you just said Drake's on the hook. It's not bad. So I didn't bring it up.
Look, now Charles, he lying now. Anybody say what?
So I just want to check. So the Drake
hook is not even really a hook. That's like, what the fuck is that? The break. I remember what he said. So it's like, no.
He's not really on the hook.
Let's slow down. I know Jay is Drake's accountant, but when we gonna do some fact checking, don't say Charles brought up Drake in the first 6 minutes.
You did.
I've heard his name already. Let's keep it a buck.
Drake's
Charles, you heard his name because Ray Spitter said, "Does Drake got a verse?" And I said, "No, he's on the hook." That's all we said.
It's irrelevant. No, it's irrelevant because Jay Roebuck just said. Wait. Jay Roebuck just said. He just said 6 minutes in, and Charles brought up Drake.
So let's keep it 15 minutes in.
Okay, I'm just sitting here minding my business. I'm drinking out my Star Wars cup, and you said Charles said this and that.
I just want to know why you hate Drake. That's it. That's all I want to know. Why you hate Drake?
Where does that hate come from?
Who said hate Drake? Was that Ray?
Yeah, that's Ray Spitter talking.
That was Ray.
Salute the Ray Spitter in the building. You said why I hate Drake?
Yeah,
I do not hate Drake. I've never said I hate Drake.
Oh, the chat said otherwise. I was just asking.
We're gonna start pulling up clips. Let's not do that.
But this is all right. So, chicks, let me get in here real quick, chicks. This is what I'm talking about. Nigga can't say nigga did some fucked up shit without hating. I'm just talking about what the nigga do every day. I'm just talking about what we've been seeing over the past 2 years.
Give me an example.
When I talk about a lot of things, I don't hate no one. But when I say Drake did this, that, and the third, they say you hating Drake. Ain't no hate. It's not none of us hate.
I don't know. I don't know what you say. I need an example. I've never seen.
So okay. So I'm gonna give you an example. So when I say the nigga called his lawyer, he called Hanson when he lost that battle. That's just me being. That's a fact. So when I criticize a rapper, You can't tell a rapper from the 80s that a nigga actually called a lawyer over a battle. So when I say, yeah, a rapper called a lawyer over a battle, that's just fucking fact.
Well,
so I'm not hating the nigga. I'm just telling the fact.
I think now it's been justified, and we know the reasons why he called the lawyer for the battle. Did we not see the whole situation play out?
Who said it's justified?
It's been justified. Like we know
what's justified about calling a lawyer over a rap battle.
We now know the reason why they're on the same label or whatever the situation is. Drake feel as though the label is using Kendrick as propaganda to disrespect him, and because they have a whole situation with their deal. So that was the reason.
Bro, you spitting a narrative that Drake came up with himself. That is not what happened. These two niggas battled. He lost. He called his lawyer. And they made up a narrative about Lucian Grange. They made up a whole narrative.
Yeah.
Well, nigga, we
go back to the game. Let's get back to the game,
my nigga. We passed
I thought we were gonna talk about his game and Kendrick about the battle, and they about to. I thought that's what we was going next.
Listen, Ray asked a question. I'm answering it.
Yeah, I just
so you gonna say, why do I hate the nigga? I don't hate him. I just said
analyst on it. I got my
one mic.
Pardon me. I got my own analyst on it. That's all I'm saying. I don't understand the hate. All I'm saying is we know what was the
what part of me saying that he called his lawyer is hate.
What that got to do with the rap
battle?
Did
he call his lawyer?
He definitely did. Do we know?
Okay, did he call him over a rap battle? Did he call him over what did he call him over what was said to him in a rap battle?
No.
He called him over what he said to him in a rap battle, my G.
Chigs, you moderating?
It ain't no. We can debate a whole lot of shit. We can't debate the fact that he called him over what was said in a rap battle. He called him over. You can make it a million things, but in hip hop, he called him over what was said in a rap battle. We got at least have a foundation, my G. It can't be no.
When you are who you are as an artist, if that's what's happening to you, and if you feel like you're getting railroaded, you gonna make sure. I'm gonna get this business right. If he felt as though he had to get that
my
business
G, you cannot be ready for this conversation. First of all, if it's that serious a business,
y'all got 1 minute. Y'all got 1 minute on this. 1 minute. 1 minute.
I'm done.
Okay, 30 seconds. Shit, 5 seconds. If he can't handle a rap battle, shouldn't get in it. Don't call your lawyer when the shit get too tricky and sticky.
If he couldn't handle the rap battle, he wouldn't have got in it. He handled it. It was done.
He didn't handle it. The nigga bowed out in Hot Pot 6.
He had to battle his label. Because y'all trying to do some bullshit backdooring shit to me, and I'm not letting y'all niggas do that shit. Just because
I was in backdoor. They both on the same label. Go ahead, chicks.
All right, D-Fred.
Okay, all right.
D-Fred.
Let's get.
I was going to ask you your thoughts on the game record.
Damn,
I'm sorry, my guy.
The game is dropping.
It's a cool record. I'm not really like big on the West Coast sound, but it's a cool record. I'm not big on the West Coast shit, but it's cool.
All right, Philly
it's cool.
Swing.
I'm not like rushing to like I gotta keep playing it, but
what are your thoughts on?
I think like I said, it would have been better if there was a verse. I'm not gonna say a name that should not be named. Had a verse on it, probably would have been better. But you know, that's my thoughts on it. We'll see how the documentary 3.
Yo, was that clickbait? By the way, was that clickbait from the game using Drake's name? The nigga said 2 words.
It made it seem like he was on the record. He's only like saying a little break.
Yeah, so it depends on how you want to look at it. I think. Obviously you look at the record as the record, but I think it's more of the messaging and of having Drake on it is why it's important. And I think
Drake isn't really on it though. Like he says 2 words. That's like what?
But listen, right? I understand what you're saying. Think another layer deeper, right? He's on the record. He's saying 6 words, and that's it. But look at the impact of it. Look at what we led the panel with. Now look at what that statement says to everyone out there. All the West Coast media already have think pieces out. We've already put out videos, you and I.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But him being on the record is now Game standing 10 toes down with what he said on the versus stage with YG. It's him reinforcing a point of no one can tell me to pick a side and no one can tell me who to work with. So yes, it's just the hook, but it's more of what the record represents to everyone else than it is about what the record is. And they have more records together. Who knows when those records will come out or what projects they may appear on. This hook could have been old. It could be new. Game was in Toronto. We don't know. But that's the point is I'm leading with this because it's going to start conversation before the album drops. And I'm leading with this because I'm standing in my own. And it's him saying it's me against everybody and it doesn't matter. Shout out to Dirt in the chat, my boy.
And also, documentary 3 having all those songs and then like having all those features, and certain people's names aren't on those features on the track list. That's very telling too. But Philly, what are your thoughts on the song?
I feel like he drunk one of them Don Julios and recorded this John. That's just, you know what I mean? It wasn't a real lyrical John. I mean, it was funny. Yeah, he had fun with it. I prefer that than, you know what I'm saying, him trying to reduplicate what he did before. It ain't really no going back to that moment in time. So, I mean, him just doing what he do, I feel like he kind of like, he in that era where he just making music. Whether he going to chart and all that, I don't think he in the contention for any of that. So just to be making music makes sense to me, especially if you're going to give us a documentary 3, it just show us he taking it serious rather than just something named or whatever. So, I mean, I'm rocking with it, you know what I mean, for a lot of reasons, you know what I'm saying? But the most part is at least he keep going. Y'all red roof, red ceilings, deemed to death. And, you know what I mean, he still ain't give up. He was at the Versus. He let y'all know at the Versus when he said, fuck that, and played the 100 record where he was at mentally. You know what I'm saying? And then it's an onslaught coming from them. To me, that's what hip-hop should be. It should be an exchange of energy every time somebody get the ball. Not, you know what I'm saying? Like right now, he got the ball. He should be coming at everybody that's coming at him, letting you know what it is. But it's like, it's this pussy-ass state of hip-hop where everybody trying to be politically correct and he not being politically correct, so it's probably coming off weird. But that's hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? Fuck everybody. What is all of this kumbaya hugging shit, nigga? He's saying fuck everybody. They got a problem with him. Niggas legit are making blogs and saying stuff about this man. He ain't supposed to say nothing. And what he supposed to do? Come out rapping like cannabis? He came out with a nice West Coast vibe. Is going to rock in the West Coast club. It's going to, you know what I'm saying? Whether it got 2 or 3 Drake words on there, still going to rock in the club and on the West Coast. To me, Just Incredible broke the record. Y'all just heard it say Just Incredible. And I don't know what Doughboy talking about. Don't make me get on your fat ass, nigga. You just scrummy beard, nigga. Talking about Swain probably like this record. Doughboy, you must be slow, boy, you big fat
D-Friend, turn your camera on, nigga. Don't hide, nigga.
Look. You can say what you want.
You hiding for it, nigga.
You said exactly what I predicted. I said Swain gonna like it. And then you got up here and you liked it, my nigga.
I said he made it while he drunk Don Julio. He said Migos 5 times in a row. It wasn't a lyrical record. You know what I'm saying?
In 3 different ways.
I wasn't you know what I mean? Record. I just didn't like that shit. Real talk. I just didn't like that. I mean, didn't like the song.
It sounds like you don't like the game, man. You've been tracking this. You've been tracking this move for 2 years in a row, man.
I got the game on vinyl. I'm a vinyl collector. I got the game music. He got classics. I just don't like it.
Okay.
I just don't like it.
I ain't gonna get into the other specifics, but to answer that question you asked about that Drake stimulus package, that shit been done since Block Boy JB.
Niggas went back to Drake.
Hold on.
Keep bringing up Drake.
Let Legend get into. Let Legend. What he think over here? What you think about the song, man?
Oh man, the song with Game, bro. I feel like Game talked his shit. You know what I mean? Like it was due, man. It was time for it to come. It was time for it to happen. And I love that he had Drake on there only doing the hook, because it goes to show you that he don't need Drake for any dissing or any shine. He just need him on the song to show you that he still backs the people he was always loyal with. You know what I mean? And if I was Game, I would do the same. Like Drake did a lot for him. You know what I mean? And the song itself, though, out of a 10, I would give it a solid 7. You know what I mean? I felt like Drake's verse would have made it a little better, but just hearing it a few times, and then when we just streamed it right now, I started liking it a little more. I started bopping my head a little more. I feel like I got to go outside, listen to it in the car, and see how it really hits, you know. And
when you see them nasty hoes listening, you're going to like it.
Hell yeah. You know, any Drake song I listen with him, you know, I start loving that song, bro.
Yeah, so, Authentic, have you heard Carter 6 before?
Carter 6?
Yeah, have you heard it?
Bro,
I was gonna ask. You think that's gonna be better than documentary 3? Because Carter 6, I know the D-Fran's like, oh, what the fuck, but Bryce is a pretty big Lil Wayne fan. I don't know. Carter 6, documentary 3. Speak of the devil, here's Bryce right now. Shit.
Yeah, nah, for sure, bro. Carter 6, it kind of let me down as a day one Lil Wayne fan.
God damn.
But to hear
What the
it,
fuck
a
this
few
nigga got
songs
on?
on there that I could still bop my head to. I was proud of him. He could still perform on the tracks, and even in concert, I went to go see him when he was in LA for the Carter 6 tour. And man, I felt like I was in shock, like I was like, damn, finally got to see this guy live performing. And a lot of people were talking shit about his performances, man. You got to go out there yourself and hear the music. And if you're a Wayne fan, there's no way you're not gonna have fun. You know what I mean? And compared to documentary 3, let's see, man. Let's hear it all out. I love Wayne. Wayne is probably my top 3 rapper of all time, and
Who the other two?
for sure, man. And then Drake and Wayne, any collab they've had throughout the years, they were gonna come out with the first collab rap album before Jay-Z and Kanye heard that they were gonna do that, and then they rushed it and came out with their own Watch the Throne. But yeah, man, the game. He ate on this track. He talked his shit, as he should.
Salute. Shout out to Sean ATP in the chat. He donated 10. He said Kendrick is never gonna diss Game. He respects him too much still, and Kendrick won't let Game get the satisfaction of getting him out of character. Kendrick gonna keep Game yelling at the void.
What the hell does that mean? Like, what the fuck do that mean, bro? How you know that's not
I
Kendrick?
think he's trying to say that Game is never going to directly go at Kendrick. He's never going to say his name on the record.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna say anything.
Listen, man, I'm not too mad at this record, right? If I'm dropping my album tonight, this is the perfect rollout record. It's got everybody talking. Nobody had any idea that fucking Game was going to be dropping tonight. So this record, I gotta give it a 6.8. I think it was cool to hear Game on the West Coast beat.
Why not?
I don't remember the last time that we heard him on it. What'd you say?
What's the dirt said? What's the dirt said? Kendrick gonna duck the Game like he been ducking Joey Badass.
Dirt is trolling. Dirt, yeah. Chill.
Shout out to
Niggas trolling. Niggas trolling.
I'm not gonna lie. If I was Kendrick, I'd duck Joey Badass too. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh shit.
All right, man, y'all niggas trolling.
And that's a West Coast nigga saying that? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But it's the game. The game, I don't know about that because you got to address the game because that's the game. But Joey Badass, come on.
Joey Badass from New York too, so it's that New York rap. It's a little bit different than that LA and that West Coast rap. So
tell Joey to go at Tyler the Creator. That's a little bit more even.
I'm not even getting into that, man. How
Anyways, continue, Ching. My bad.
How everybody night going, man?
Go ahead, Chiggs. My bad.
Listen, man, I'll give it a 6.8 out of 10. I still think it's weird that he's kind of using Drake's name for this record. You really didn't have to say featuring Drake. You could have just said the Game. But I get it. Marketing, right? People are talking about it, and it's doing what it's supposed to do. Now, do I think he was dissing Kendrick? I think this was a warning shot. Right, I think this was, one of those records that you put out to let somebody know that you're kind of aiming at him, right? Because why would he pick Drake out of everybody for this record? He could have had a West Coast artist, he could have had anybody, literally anybody, but he specifically chose Drake, knowing the entire history between him, Kendrick, and Drake. I think this was a warning shot. I saw TDE hit a J3. He said on Twitter, this was not new. This is not a Kendrick diss. I think otherwise. That's just me.
Yeah, anyone.
But the album is gonna be great, man. I'm excited, bro. The features on there, I'm not too mad at that.
Yeah, he has some good features on there. But anybody with common sense should be able to know he's talking to Kendrick Lamar. He's not just talking to Dot. He's talking to the whole camp. Everyone leading up to this, everyone who had something to say about him in the past month, he's talking to everybody.
Can you do me a favor and explain? I'm sorry, Jay. I didn't hear the. I only heard it twice, and I heard it through the speakers, like right now. What did he say? What's the disses?
So in terms of everybody telling me to pick a side, I'm going to choose homicide. So instead of me choosing to align myself with obviously just the West Coast and disengage with Drake and sever that relationship, I will choose to kill everybody, right? I don't have all the lyrics on the top of my head. It just dropped. I've only listened to it.
He talked about sliding too, sliding with Drake or
he's
Drake
like
or whatever.
Me, Drake, and Drake
play
were
on
the three
words.
amigos. All of those things. It's all the literary play on Drake and Drake. He's saying I'm with Drake. So essentially, what he's saying is no one can make me do anything that I don't want to do. That's the whole point. So
what if my fault? Now continue what you're saying before I ask what
that was pretty much it. You can ask a question. Go ahead.
No, I was saying like what if like bro just really rapping? Like what if none of this shit is nothing that the fans think it is? And this is just I know this what rap is we supposed to figure out what they talking about and shit. But what if he really just rapping like and what if the song is old? Then what?
So
I think it's both.
I think Game still knows by putting this out with Drake on and people are automatically gonna, imply that it is about Kendrick. So even if it's not, like, even if he went into a recording and he wasn't talking about Kendrick, he knows packaging the way that he did, they're gonna think it's about. Especially after the whole they rehashed the 100 thing, and they're gonna think that it is, even if it wasn't. So
no, but look at the cover art tells you exactly what it is, right? It's a car that's burned down. It's not a GNX, but it resembles it.
It looks like a GNX.
It's the same still shot. So again, people can do all the tiptoeing around it that they want to do. Oh, it's not a diss. Oh, he's not talking to him. He's visually showing you. He put it in the lyrics, and then he added it with the feature. Anybody who wants to dance around it just wants to be ignorant to the fact and will want to make an excuse for whatever their artist does or doesn't do in the near future.
Yeah.
Time and wait. If you mention picking a side on there, knowing this is kind of what the culture is picking a side, and you got Drake on the record, it's kind of a shot. Let's be honest here.
Of course.
But I don't know the Game to do a sneak diss. Like he's not really like a sneak.
That's what I'm.
Bro, they just told you he's not gonna say Kendrick's name.
He's not.
All right,
sneaky.
Can I speak, Chicks? I think
so
they shots. They're not really. I'm not seeing the shots like that. Like if they shots they really light, I don't, and they up for interpretation. He said worse. He said worse stuff than this, and people were like, I don't know, right? But so it's like these ain't that shots. Like it ain't like Kendrick gotta respond. I ain't hear nothing that from based on what you guys are telling me and what I heard. I heard the record twice. I heard what he said. It sounded like he was just rapping to me, and the little shots are like obvious shit he's supposed to say. Right, I'm with Drake. I got the Drake. Like it's not shots that's gonna make me run and grab my pen. It's like okay, I'm not really seeing you got 24 hours type. I don't see that. I thought it was gonna be way more overt, and this is not overt at all. I know Jay's reaching right, but I feel like I'm the first one to say when he's really shooting shots because the last two times when he dissed Dot, he actually dissed Dot worse on the last two records than this. These shots ain't even close to what he said when he said, "Whoever you think the king is ain't gonna do nothing about it." That's way worse than anything he said on here. So I'm not seeing this as like 48 hours to respond type shit. It's not that. I don't think it's that serious. I'm gonna be honest.
Would y'all want Kendrick to make a diss? And do y'all think he secretly got disses in the
No.
Who has ever responded?
Damn, you like your pop?
Has anybody besides Jay-Z ever dissed the Game?
Nah, I'm think
50 Cent, all the G Unit.
I think Spider Luke
20 years ago.
Yeah, I'm talking about like outside of that, like somebody like that.
But my question was, would y'all want to hear Kendrick diss? Because we know he tend to have diss songs in the vault. Like for example, Element. The original one he recorded got leaked, but the one that made the album was just a song. But the original one was a diss record. Y'all think he got any of those for Game?
So
no,
I think
hell no.
No.
Well, let's not say no
on the Game.
But hold on 1 second. I think there's many ways.
Think he got bars.
There's many ways to respond. Just because someone says something and it's directed at you doesn't mean it's all out war and I need to drop a song about you. It could be bars about you. Do I think Kendrick has bars about Game? Of course. We already know since 100 came out, he's felt a way about it. So you don't think an artist who feels a way is going to prepare themselves? Kendrick's a competitor. He's also a strategist. So knowing what you know about him and what we just saw in 2024, why wouldn't he have something up here ready to say, all right, if it really gets to that point, I could say something, or I can make allusions to how I feel about it. He could have been dissing Game 10 years ago. Maybe we just don't know. Somebody got to go back and do the science.
Every rapper knows what they want to say to another rapper. That's a fact. But somebody like the Game plays so many games, he does so many antics. At some point, you wave him off, guys. Some point he a gnat. some point he's a fly. You're like, shoot, like we're not really. I don't think Rick Ross didn't even respond. You don't have to respond to the game. It's so many antics at this point. Responding to it lowers your value. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. So it's like, what are we doing? Like responding to game. He might throw him a line or two, but really responding to the game. You know that game right now is an attention seeker. So anything he get, it won't validate Kendrick by dissing him. It's gonna validate Game. Game got more to gain from this than anybody. So Eminem ignored him, right? So anybody of any real stature, we know Game off to the side, mad that he wasn't at the Super Bowl. We know he mad about 100 things. So it's like, why would you diss him and give him more energy? He's still tiptoeing, even if these are disses, still tiptoeing with him, right? He ain't really been. If he mad, he know he's not going to upset them politics over there. So he's saying we still tiptoeing, interpreting many shots that ain't that serious. So, but it's never going to be that serious. But when Kendrick respond, then he gonna have 80 bars for him. So he's trying to bait him. So it's like, why would you? If I'm Dot, I'm like, easy come, easy go, right? One single gonna do more units than the whole documentary 3. So it's like, why would I waste any time on him? It don't
let
make
me ask
no
you
sense.
a question. That was an interesting line you just said there about sales. Like, if sales matter, why should he? Yeah, well, singles.
One
you said
single
it's going to do more than the album.
Wait. But that could even mean that don't necessarily mean sales. That means to the culture. One song by Dot is going to be bigger to the culture than the whole documentary 3. So why would he respond to him? I know where you're trying to go, Jay, and I hear you, but this not a sales conversation yet. I know we're going to get there.
Well, you
Drake
said
is
it.
the #1 artist in the world, but we're not there yet. Okay.
So
we're going to give you your moment.
Man, ain't nobody bring Drake up, man.
I didn't say that. But my question is this, right? When we talk about Kendrick, who does he have to respond to? I mean, this is like the only person I've ever heard of who has to talk to no one. When Jay was rapping, Jay talked to everybody. 50 talked to everybody. These are guys those are my 2 favorite rappers. Even Kanye was dissing people. So why is it that when it comes to Kendrick, everybody's like, oh, well, he don't need to respond. Oh, why not?
Not the game, brother. Not the game, bro.
So who does he have to respond to? Who does he have to respond to?
They both West Coast. They both run West Coast.
Nobody.
Outside the top 10.
If Nelly had to respond to KRS-One,
I felt like he should have responded to Joey Badass. I'm on that side. But I'm not on the side of who respond to the game, because the way I look at the game, I look at the game like he doing this. I'm talking to Kendrick. Y'all feel like I'm talking to Kendrick, but I ain't gonna say
no boy. Respectfully, brother. If I'm getting ready to perform at the Super Bowl, you think I'm taking time out to write raps for Joey Badass?
Hear me out. He ain't
let my little homies do that.
Yeah, no, he ain't respond. He
washed his little homies up already.
He said, who should Kendrick respond to? I felt like
he should
respond to Joey Badass. But I also feel like what the game is doing is, I'm going to diss you enough, and hopefully you get in your feelings and respond. And when you diss me, then I'm going to respond like I never was talking to Kendrick. I think they know games play, and that's why they don't respond to game. Because the game is just going to sit there, I'm going to this. But I ain't saying nigga name. And then when the nigga respond, game going to go, yo, them niggas attack me. So I'm responding. When it's like, nah, game, that ain't
I'm not mad at that analysis, but I do wonder, who does he have to respond to? Why is it this automatic pass?
To Joey. I felt like it, and I'm a Joey.
I agree.
Right, man. I ain't want to say it. If Kendrick is this big bad boogeyman guy, and everybody claims to be, the only other person he can respond to, the dish did drop. He should have said something to J. Cole.
All right, I'm out of here.
J. Cole.
Hey, Ray, let me ask you a question.
Ray Cole?
Ray, let me ask you a question, Ray.
Yes.
Ray, you remember a movie named Rocky in Clever Lane, right?
Yep, my favorite movie series.
You remember how much shit talking Clever Lane had to do to get Rocky to move?
Okay.
Remember Apollo Creed was picking fighters. The champ picks who he fight. He don't gotta fight just because you say something. The champ gonna fight who's worthy. He gonna fight who he decide to fight.
That's not hip hop, Charles. You can't do that.
Wait. Okay, so imagine this. Everybody that say something, you gotta respond. What kind of world is that?
It ain't even everybody. It's been like 2 people. Yeah. Joey Badass.
It's been more than that.
Allegedly now the game. That's
Lupe
2 people.
Fiasco. It's been a lot of people.
Oh, you talking about early, like after Control? He didn't respond to
definitely not responding to
All I'm
Lupe.
saying is,
right?
All I'm saying is, if you're looking for a worthy opponent, right?
But
Everybody
he's not though. Dot tells you he's looking for peace. But go ahead.
He looking for peace, right?
I love peace. He said, "I love peace, but I love war."
If you're looking for a worthy opponent or whatever you want to call it, if I heard the J. Cole 7-minute diss, I don't give a fuck if you delete that shit. You catching something these bars, bro.
Yeah. Ray, you great walking to a slippery slope because there's a lot of people. Joe Budden threw 4 records at Drake. Joe Budden threw 4 records at Drake, and what Drake do?
Drake dissed him multiple times.
Wait, slow down. Every single Joe Budden diss that Drake did, we had to interpret it. Was he talking about Joe? Joe Budden thought a lot of them things was about him.
Pump it up. What you had to interpret?
Oh, don't do that, Joe.
That's pretty direct. I don't know. That's just like the jig is up. Like that's pretty direct.
He just dissed him on Iceman saying we wouldn't care if you died tomorrow. You walk around naked in the hallways.
But hold on. You guys are quoting lines. Joe Budden threw 4 full diss records at Drake. You guys are quoting subs and lines.
It's not really a sub. We know what you're talking about.
He never responded to He
dissed him. He dissed him multiple times. But this is and it doesn't matter whatever people's response is. I think it's just a worthy question. Is that no one wants to talk about this thing where why does this artist not have to respond? When Jay-Z responded to 50 Cent, 50 Cent was nowhere near the artist he was when Get Rich or Die Trying came out. Nowhere near the artist. So if you're saying, oh, well, Jay was going to sell more than 50, so what? He still responded. Jay was responding to Cam and Dipset when Cam and Dipset weren't at his level. And really, he never reached his peak.
Line at 50.
No. So hold on. But this is the thing. When it comes down to it, I like Kendrick Lamar, but it's too much coddling and making excuses. Joey washed up all his minions. He should have came outside. Lupe Fiasco is a rapper of his caliber. If y'all want to talk lyricism, said nothing, and then we didn't even really get the Drake full diss until 2024.
Let's stay right there on Joey Badass.
Go ahead.
Right? Kendrick knows it was bullshit. He put Ab-Soul on his tour. It was all bullshit. Why would Doc move for that?
Hip hop is BS. You're one of the people who talks about the core tenets of hip hop.
No.
Battle rap is a core tenet of hip hop.
So wait,
sounds like
he knew that Joey. First of all, he knew that Joey Badass was baiting him. It wasn't no real beef. It wasn't no real shit. Joey Badass put Ab-Soul right on his tour right after that.
You don't have to have real beef to do music.
They don't gotta want to destroy each other in real life.
You don't have to want to kill somebody to do this.
So it's not even I put Ab-Soul on my tour. No, I dissed you in front of your brother, and you still ain't do nothing.
How we diss him?
I rap dissed you in front of your brother, and I was.
So he said a line. Now, how fast do Doc gotta respond to a line or two that Joey Badass said? Like what we talking about, gang? Like y'all trying to make this into something it ain't.
No,
Joey Badass said a line. He said too much West Coast dick licking.
Exactly.
Right. He said a line or two. So you want Doc who don't rush out shit. Doc didn't even diss Young Thug. Right. All he said was I pillow talk with my girl too. He say little lines when he get ready. Ain't none of this shit diss worthy, my nigga. Y'all not really.
Was diss the nigga that looked out for him when he was coming up. That's all that sounds like to me. That's all that sound like to me.
We can go to the next topic.
He got smoked for.
He's the most coddled superstar, rap superstar ever.
Talk your shit, Jay.
He the only one. And he's a smart.
What's the next topic, man? Where
hold
the
on,
moderators at?
How's he coddled when he smoked your man so much he called his lawyer? How's he coddled? He battled the one nigga you wanted in the battle, tore his ass up. So what we talking about? How long we got?
Being coddled by the commentators is different than I don't know what
coddled
was.
The one nigga that he had to beat, he tore his ass up and he called his lawyer. Took 2 years to drop Iceman. What we doing?
That's your only claim, and it's gonna be another 4 years before he drop anything.
How is it a coddle?
Oh damn.
Rewatch this conversation. Rewatch this conversation when we get off, and then you'll see. But we can go to the next topic.
Yo, Bryce, what are your thoughts on the game Drake record, bro?
Hey, man, that sound like the West
That's Bryce
Coast
sounding like
face.
Bryce. Your shit sound like Roebuck.
Your mic is ass, bro.
Oh
no
shit.
Sounds like you're talking through a fan, brother.
Yeah, get him out of here.
Definitely sound like you
dropped. Get him out of here.
What's next, Chigs? What was next?
Wait. Let's do predictions for this album. First week. What y'all think game is gonna sell?
I don't know anything about sales.
25,000. I
don't even care about sales. Who raps
all those features? You got to do at least over 50,000, bro.
Over 50?
He's not doing it. With all those features.
Holy glaze! Nigga,
have you
Rick
seen
Ross
the
had a
features?
lot of features.
I gotta use that Holy Glaze. Was
It's
crazy.
24 songs, Chig, and it's like half the industry on it. You can't do
Nigga,
more than
50.
40, 50?
Bro, that
40 or
Drake
50?
record
That's
alone
not
at least gonna
unrealistic.
move 25, bro.
Nah,
It's
it's gonna do
documentary
like
3.
it's gonna
Off
do
the-
about
off the name
35,000,
alone, like,
maybe 40 at the high end.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I would say 40, 45. That's not crazy.
His last album did 25K.
Yeah, I got him doing. I said 48 just because Drake's name is in there, and that's gonna draw like a lot of fans, a lot of Kendrick
That's
haters
true.
to it.
Yeah.
But
I'll
once
say
they realize what
48,000.
it is, he ain't on the hook. Once they realize he ain't on there like that,
They're
not
gonna turn that
listen
shit
too much
off.
more. Yeah,
He's gonna be
When did sales start mattering more than talent? What year?
Nah, we
It
just talking
doesn't.
about numbers,
Always.
man. We're not talking about like the actual
Always,
music.
man.
Like,
Oh,
it doesn't matter more than
yeah.
talent.
Sales
How?
have always mattered more than talent.
How does it not matter more than talent? Explain that.
Well,
Why
it depends on
wouldn't-
what we talking about. Are we talking about record execs and record labels, or are we talking about hip hop?
12K, 30K,
To the
10K,
to the record
talent.
execs, to the execs, the sales matter more. I ain't never listened to none of my records back in the day and said this got a lot of sales, so I don't know how sales matter more than the talent. If we talking about what the labels want, yeah, they want a lot of sales, and those execs want their job. But to us in hip hop, why do we care what it sold? Is it good or not? Clips had a
Right.
masterpiece last year. Who cared what it sold? I bumped this shit over and over.
Masterpiece?
So I'm curious of how
Yes,
we
yes,
getting
yes.
it.
Don't do that.
Who, I don't know
Not
what
yet,
we're
bro.
talking
Who's
about.
that?
The,
Who said
Clips,
that?
the Clips
I
album
know
was
that
great,
is.
but I'll tell you why sales have always mattered, and the sales are represented in a lot of different ways, right? So if you take it back to the 80s or you take it back to the early 90s, sales not only matter to the artists themselves, right? If you look at Tupac, he's on record saying we sold the most, we do more numbers. But when you take it back to the origins of hip hop in the early 80s, sales matter for who shows up. People decided what rappers and what shows they were going to based on public perception and crowds. So if you are a hip hop artist and you're rocking a party tonight, or you're going to be with the DJ, that's who people decided who they were going to see based on what crowd would show up to see them. So sales and crowd presence and public perception have always mattered. Since
You do know
since
sales
inception.
didn't make people go to shows, bro. You know that, right?
No, I don't. This is for a fact what I'm saying.
I was in the 80s, my nigga. It wasn't about your record sales, so I don't know what you're saying.
Well, listen to what I'm saying about sales and perception, right?
Oh, you gotta respect the nigga that was there to live it. I can't even argue with that.
Well, I'll tell you why I'm gonna say that. So, if you go read Russell Simmons' book, in the foreword,
that nigga in Valley, man, that shit don't matter no more.
Let me talk. Let me talk.
No, my fault. Go ahead.
So, if you go read the book about the origin of hip hop, specifically in Def Jam, my dad was one of the first hip hop promoters, right?
Salute the pops.
In New York City. Okay, so that's what he did. And when you threw these parties at colleges, specifically at NYU, or if you went up to Harlem to City College, you had to have numbers out there showing that you wanted to see this artist. That's how this thing started, right? Well, Pop Hip Hop was the college parties. Def Jam started in a dorm room. So you always had to have a metric to back it up. Yo, this guy sold all of his tapes. There's no more tapes left. We can't get it. There's scarcity. That made people want to get the tape more. That has always mattered.
It mattered who was hot in the streets. Somebody hot in the streets didn't even have an album out, Jay. So it's not about the
sales. If you couldn't buy the tape, what did that make you do?
Go see him.
You had to go source it, or you had to go see them. It has always mattered, especially because if the song wasn't playing on the radio, you had to know somebody to go buy the tape from, or know somebody to go get the flyer to get entry to the party. So numbers have and will always matter.
Let me say something, Jay. Now, when Drake first came out and he started bubbling, that nigga was hot as fuck. He didn't even have an album. He came to my city. This nigga packed the shit out. I didn't know who the fuck he was. But he was on fucking fire with no fucking album yet. So I'm saying, I hear you with the sales, but if you're on fire, they coming out. So I hear you what you're saying about the sales, but that don't mean that the streets and the hood and everybody's coming out to see you because you sold some records. I'm telling you, when Drake was P Code Aubrey, that nigga came here and packed this shit out. So what I'm saying is, I'm giving you some Drake fucking knowledge so you can use it. When the nigga was coming out and he ain't had no record yet, he wasn't even signed. Nigga had a mixtape. That nigga came here and lit this shit on fire. So what I'm saying is, it wasn't even no sales yet. He didn't even have sales. So what I'm telling you is, it's about the word of mouth in the streets. Who's fucking hot?
And a part of that word of mouth is, how were you able to find Drake records? And Drake at Damon College is his first show in New York State. Those are my frat brothers who booked him at Damon College. I've been aware of what Drake's been doing since 2008. So listen,
what did he have out when they booked him?
This is 06. This is maybe this is before.
He had Replacement Girl with Trey Songz. His first show.
There you go. There you
go.
So,
okay. But so you think they booked him for sales or because he was hot?
That was on 106 in Park.
Because he could sell tickets. Because he could sell tickets.
You only sell tickets because you hot. It's motherfuckers right now that got a lot of sales and can't put nobody in a room.
All of those things are part of the metric. That's what I'm saying. They're all related. It's all a part of it.
So is the revisiting, right? Like if you got good music, good quality music, I'm gonna revisit it. The more numbers you're gonna score. So technically, if your music isn't good quality and I'm not revisiting it, then you're not gonna have any numbers. So it kind of ties, with everything, like Jay said. And then if your concert is coming up and I didn't like your album, I'm probably not gonna show up. Unless I've been listening to you from the beginning, but if I really liked your album,
but things change now with streaming.
You know what I mean? Then I'll definitely show up. I'll probably tell other people like, "Yo, you got to listen to this guy. He's really good." But if I don't even like listening to you, I'm not telling nobody anything.
All right, so I do got a question. Would y'all say sales tell the true number when it comes to like that? That's how I feel. But that's how I feel because
I think for select artists.
Some
shit how much people are anticipating your album. It doesn't tell.
Yeah, but the shit that I hate how it's broken down now is, he didn't sell, so then the next motherfucker don't go listen to it, and it's like, just because people didn't bump it, don't always tell a story. There are rap albums, there are movies, there are shows, there's shit that flop badly that people still consider some of the dopest shit you ever seen, heard, or watched in your life. And that's a fact. I'm a Nas fan. I don't sit here and be like, I'm one of those people who love Illmatic. I know what Illmatic did when it first came out.
What you mean?
And it's still considered
Illmatic, boy.
No, but nobody talks about how his first week sales was like.
Oh, shit was in the basement.
They don't bring that up. They don't bring it up at all. They just be like, that's all I'm saying. Like, that has changed. So to Ray's original question was, when did that shit matter? I feel like it started mattering when 50 Cent started using that against niggas in his arguments.
Yeah,
it's a better rapper than you. Him sell records, nigga. The fuck that got to do with
facts.
You got that from Jay-Z though.
I think
he damn near black.
Jay did it too.
He damn near
really started with Jay.
That was 50 calls.
It started with all superstar artists.
I get it.
Michael Jackson, Madonna.
Can I tell y'all when it really started?
Tupac.
Can I interject?
Oh yeah, you was in the 80s, man. Good do that.
Can I really tell you when it really started? When it really, really, really started was MC Hammer. And the conversation was about he can't rap. Fact. You ain't hitting in New York. And guess what Hammer would say? I got 1 million fucking records sold. So I'm better than all of you. Right? That's when it really started. That's where Jay got the mind frame. I got to sell records. Because it was MC Hammer selling millions of records all over and right now to this day, you could get people debating, is Hammer whack? Is he not whack? To right now. But back then it was because Hammer was selling so many records, you couldn't say shit. Tribe Called Quest was like, Hammer, third base, this and Hammer. It doesn't matter because Hammer go everywhere with a posse, 150 niggas everywhere, fucking sold out stadiums, doing Pepsi commercials. So it didn't matter. That's where we got this sales stuff from.
This is my last
Shout
question.
out my uncle MC Hammer. That's my uncle right there. You see me with Hammer right there?
Say less.
This is my last question before the topic change or whatever. I know we all be on the internet, so I know y'all seen the speaking of sales, they'll say Jay-Z was never the best rapper, or he, during his time, like they'll compare him to Nelly as far as sales. So how you know what I'm saying? Like how we get here?
Nephew Leach.
Like
think about it, bro. Think about it. Since Jay-Z has come out, like he really has had high selling albums, but at the same time, another artist was selling more, or
I know that
was higher on the charts.
But how do we start equating that to skill? Like he was the best rapper. It's just
I
think that conversation be like, who was the hottest rapper of
who's
said
the most
year?
popular? Yeah, most.
Like, I don't think it'd be who's the best rapper.
So that
who's the hottest rapper of
they be
each
trying to say like Jay was never the most popular rapper.
Yeah, he wasn't the hot. I mean, like say I was.
And how could you be the GOAT if you never had the hottest year or you was considered the outright best any year? So that's where that whole conversation come from. But I mean, I feel like with Jay-Z, I feel like if you like top 3, top 5 your whole career, you do have an argument.
The consistency that you got there.
You do have an argument, but at a certain time, if people are peaking higher than you more consistently, when you talk about the GOAT conversation or top 10 conversation, it's more of an argument than a lot of people like to make. Like, we're just being honest. Like,
but I look at the argument like this when it comes to Jay and that. I look at that shit like, yo, he never was. You consider he was never the top dude in any year of his rapping. But any guy you put in front of him, minus maybe Eminem, it's over. Like the run is over. Like they say Nelly, it's over. It's been over for a long time.
That was over that year.
Nah, it wasn't over that year. Nigga had 2 albums.
Nah, Nelly had Country Grammar. He even had Sweat and Suit. We ain't gonna do that to Nelly.
Yeah, I mean, you got Wayne. You got Kanye.
When Jay sit there and said, "Y'all debuted in '96, my first album." It's 2026.
No, that's what Jay-Z got on his consistency. Like he's still here. That's how you get the greatness. That's how you get the
But he also retired like 3 times.
That's why Nelly ain't in this conversation. That's why Ludacris ain't in this conversation, because Jay said, "Yo, I seen them come and go. I seen them come and go, and I'm gonna be here. Every day a Star is Born wasn't made because he wasn't there. He seen the stars be born. Every day one is coming. They either gonna stay or they gonna bounce. And I watched them come and go since 1996.
I mean, when you think his run stopped though?
Yeah. I would argue that 50 Cent was rapping better than Jay-Z at the time when Jay-Z was rapping and 50 was rapping.
And his run?
Say that. Wait. Say that one more time.
That's gonna be a clip. Look,
50 was rapping better than Jay-Z when they both were rapping around the same time.
Legend, we might have to mute your mic for saying that shit.
Yeah, come on, bro.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
I ain't gonna even hold you. I just need a year because you just said some bullshit.
Nigga, that nigga ain't never rap better than no Jay-Z, nigga.
Stand on it.
Yeah,
chill
like,
out.
What year do you feel like
chill out.
was ever a better rapper than Jay-Z?
I'm gonna find you.
Come on, bro. I would say
even 50 don't say that.
2003.
Hey, clip that. Somebody clip that up.
2003. Get Rich or Die Trying.
What
He's the better rapper.
album Jay-Z dropped in 03, man?
Hold on, I'm about to answer you. Jay-Z
Get Rich versus Black.
Jay-Z retired in 2003, then did a bunch of R. Kelly albums after that. And in 06, he came out of retirement with Kingdom Come.
Like,
then he
bro,
dropped
come on,
American Gangster in 07. And in 07, that's when 50 and Kanye battled in 06. And Kanye so-called dethroned 50 for the sales record. With them going battle with 50 was the king of the Billboard. Kanye dethroned him in that battle. Jay-Z retired when 50 dropped Get Rich or Die Trying.
And at no time did 50 out rap him.
Words.
But for all that, not one time did he out rap him. Not even
he didn't
once.
say lyricist. He said rapping. I mean, rapper. Like
he said rapping,
making, song making, like all that. 50 Cent was killing.
Not even one.
Talking about
2003. 50 is above Jay-Z.
Like, what are we talking
Can I
about?
read
Like,
this comment, please? This comment got me in tears. Jesse Smith 7836 said, "I'm not even a Jay-Z fan, but his worst verse ever is a decent 50 Cent verse. Jesus Christ."
Man, please, y'all gotta stop it. None of y'all from New York. None of y'all from New York, man. Y'all opinions is out the window, man.
Chill out. Nigga from Harlem talk about some 50 Cent.
I went to school in Queens. I spent years in Queens.
But you're not supposed to say no 50, no best, no New York.
Jay is from Brooklyn. I ain't from Brooklyn. I tell the
You
truth.
from Harlem, my
Get
nigga.
rich, get rich,
about no 50 Cent.
Get Rich or Die Trying in 2003 is the best rap album of the year. I don't know what
does that mean? It don't
that
mean
means
he out rap Jay.
He's rapping better than everyone in the world in 2003.
No, he had a co-sign from Eminem and Dr. Dre.
I don't care about Eminem. Nothing. Get Rich or Die Trying is
making better
what we doing?
Get Rich or Die Trying is probably one of the 5 or 10 best hip hop albums ever. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Making better songs is not part of being a better rapper.
It's most definitely.
Yeah, see, Jay uses Google to make his points, and this is real shit. Ain't nobody using Google.
I lived it.
50 is not better than Jay-Z, Jay. No, you can't Google that.
What are you basing your take off of? What are you basing this off of?
The comment section. Read it.
I'm reading mine right now.
Everybody is saying that you're wrong, Jay. No one agrees with you.
So is it about the?
Tell you right now, that's absolute nonsense.
Let's apply this logic you have right here. So the comment section said it, and more people said it, so that makes it true. Is that the
you
logic?
Asked me what I was basing it on. I gave you an answer.
All right, so I'm gonna give you that answer for the rest of your life. and let's see how that turns out in our arguments. Let's see how that turns out. More people.
So you think? Do you
say
think
you wrong, Jay?
You think "Get Rich or Die Trying" is better than every Jay-Z album?
I didn't say that. Well, you just went left. No.
I'll throw Jason, but he said 2003.
I said in 2003.
Like the best album.
If y'all are gonna debate my point, y'all got to give like a actual rebuttal. Like, oh, Jay is rapping better in 03 because
somebody
of this
just
song
asked
and
me
this
this
verse.
morning what happened to the Jay Roebuck debate. I don't know if it's gonna work out, Jay.
Yeah, you don't want to debate. You don't want to debate me.
We talking about 50 Cent.
I don't want to do that.
We got current topics to get to. Wardu, get some control of what the hell
talking about it right here. There's a debate.
Nah, this is not a debate. It's not a debate.
No 3 bullshit.
Bryce, did you want to
Jay undefeated, man?
Want to give us your take on the Kanye shit, or not the Kanye shit, the game shit?
Whoa.
I was just saying, I think it was like
the Black album came out in 2003.
And Get Rich or Die Trying is better than the Black album.
Go ahead, Bryce.
I'll let finish.
Go ahead, we ain't talking about no Jay-Z, man. Bro, right. Go ahead, bro.
Nah, I was just saying, I think it was like the West Coast no face. And the biggest thing about it, I kind of agree with Charles when he said, like, it's not enough for Kendrick to, like, really pop out. But at the same time, like Drake getting on another West Coast song, like, just like, you know how West Coast takes shit sensitive. Like, that was the disrespect more than anything, more than just, like, some of the bars that's on there. So for me, like, I'm interested to see where it go. I do think it could be like a ripple effect or some more stuff to come. Like, I don't think it's gonna be a rush from Kendrick, but I do see Kendrick saying something in the future for sure. And I mean, we kind of already got into why he should or why he shouldn't, but man, I definitely think it's something on the road. Like, it's too much, bro. It's too much just building up. Like, it's too much smoke from the Drake situation. This West Coast conversation been happening for about 3 weeks between the game and Kendrick. Now we getting these records, and then I heard another record besides the record that we talking about, and it was like, who made Game upset or something like that. So it's like, who knows how much he might say even more on the album. Maybe this was just like an introduction to how he coming on the album type shit. So I think we're in interesting times.
Definitely, yeah. I'll definitely be listening to documentary 3. A lot of features on there as the resident West Coast nigga on the panel. I can't wait to hear some good West Coast music.
We got about an hour and 15 minutes before it drops.
Yes, sir. I will be there.
Hey, Shiggs, they asking about you in the chat about Act. Somebody said when you gonna get at them. They want to get some.
Let me read super chat. Hold on. Shout out to my guy DJ Generation. Salute. Toast God said that Nilo skin was ass as fuck. Oscar, why did Game not drop Kendrick's name? Nigga say he's scared. I don't know. Peter Bill said, y'all boys in here, Jesus, it leaked. Toast God said, Drake stimmy is in the trash can. God damn. Appreciate you guys, yo. Sean, I think we read this one, Sean. Yeah. Generation said, I hope Drake claimed publishing on the track. The irony is that already chose Game's side for him. That's a good point. Oh shit, my boy Quack is in here. Quack, what the fuck is good, bro?
That's a throwback. Shout out to Quack, bro.
Yo, send him a link.
It's like a lot.
Bro, he about to come in here and derail the whole shit.
What was it? Was that a full song? By the way,
Quack about to come derail the whole shit.
It's like you can't put like more than 10 people in here, so this is like.
Oh shit, no. Yeah, that's part of shout out Sean.
Was that record the full record?
Yes, it was. Yeah. Shout out my guy DJ Generation again. He be showing love. He said, "You don't punch down. That's wasting time." Princess, salute. Kendrick has no dirt on the rest of those guys. He can't turn the culture against any of them like they did Drake. Drake was too easy for him. That's why he ain't no boogeyman. God damn, Princess, what Kendrick do to you? Shout out to Toast God again. He said, pen still wet from litigation. Talking about Drake. Connect, salute. Wasn't Game a stripper? And shout out to Reese with the 2. Yeah. This is a super chat. Shout out to Reese. Reese, what up, bro? He said, go back to being hip-hop fans. Stop picking sides. I think it's too late, brother. Like, yo, this shit is gonna go for the next 5 years. I'm sorry, man.
Politics, bro. Thanks. All right, is that all the super chats?
Yeah, did you have one, D-Frame?
No, I
Jay?
can't even see my shit. I'm on this the thing.
Nah, I'm in my chat. We in full conversation here. We just gonna keep cooking up. I think I'm 3-0
Your
right
chat
now.
weird, Jay.
I'm undefeated right now. They said you ain't laying
What's the
no
next
punches.
topic, man? What we got next? We get to the shit.
Before we get into the obvious grilling of Chick
Yo,
Smooth.
Chad, we've been attacked.
No, ain't no before. Let's get to it.
We've been
Chihuahua.
attacked.
Chihuahua.
No. We're talking about it right now. We talking about it
Chihuahua.
now.
Like
Get
We
into
talk about it
Chihuahua,
right
man.
now.
What was that
Chick
about,
Smooth,
man?
before we get into what Axe said, give us a little bit of insight behind, you and
Wait, he
Axe
name
played
dropped
and
you?
shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mad
Yeah,
times.
Oh no, we
He
on
said
his
he-
ass. Let's get to
He said
it.
he a Chihuahua.
Wait,
We
Chicks,
on
Chicks,
yo, honestly-
before you go, before you go, can you give us some background, like the lore, like where did he get all of this stuff with Charlemagne? He said, I'm new to YouTube and maybe my chat might not know. Can you just explain everything? Because I don't know what's going on, please.
Yeah. Also, I want to know: do you and Academics have any prior beef before this?
No, this shit really started after Charlemagne gave me a shout out on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
They was going back and forth. Him, Grand Wizard, Ack. Charlemagne got on the podcast. He said, "Yo, shout out Chick Smooth." He referenced something that I talked about, and then from there on, Ack has been on this whole Chigs is Charlemagne's guard dog and Charlemagne's attack dog. It's been very weird. Chigs does not do any smear campaigns. Chigs does not do any hit pieces.
Facts.
So it's been weird that every stream he's mentioning people that focus Charlemagne like Taxstone, Angela Rye, and then somehow, some way, Chick Smooth gets in it. Chat, have you ever seen me make any kind of fucking diss to his act? Somebody tell me right now.
No.
I gotta watch your videos. I don't know. I gotta watch your videos. I gotta see the videos.
I don't have you down for that.
Yo,
And
that's
from what I've
the
seen,
true backstory. He thinks that I'm the next Taxstone.
Damn.
He thinks that you're
Well,
Charlemagne's mouthpiece
yes.
on YouTube.
Yes. Keep in mind, Charlemagne has been shouting me out since like a year ago. He gave shout outs to fucking like 10 YouTubers back in December, way before him and Academics had any kind of beef. And there's YouTubers actively dissing him every day. But for some reason, it's Chick Smooth. I think he's rage baiting me.
Let me ask you a question.
Well,
thanks for the background.
Okay.
Do you have any equity in any casino bids or potential casino bids? Listen, and don't lie, because look, D-Friend is gonna do the research. He gonna do the knowledge.
I'm gonna pull it up. If you do.
Nigga, yo.
Here go
I
Drake's
swear to God,
accountant.
dog. If these niggas ask me, if they said Chicks, come be part of this casino bid, yes.
All right, let's ask you another
Yes,
question.
nigga.
Let's ask you another question. Because we see Wayno
Actually, hold on. I'm gonna do
got a
10
Black Effect
videos.
deal. Do you got a Black Effect deal on the horizon?
No, but if I was
Okay.
offered one, yes, nigga, give me all the money. I'm taking all the
I
fucking
ain't
money.
mad at you. Take the deal. I
If
ain't
Drake,
mad at you.
listen, if Drake says Chicks, I'm gonna give you a fucking podcast deal. I'm taking it, nigga. I'm over you. Fuck it. Fuck we talking about here, man?
Over there, you chill with Charlemagne too much. They don't want you.
Yeah, I don't know
What are you
about that.
talking about?
Charlemagne ain't getting them bottles no more.
Charlemagne in the intro, they ain't fucking with you. They know what it is.
Yeah, shout out my guy.
Let me ask you one more question because I saw AJ the Menace talk about his relationship with Charlemagne.
Yes.
And he said that when you're in contact with Charlemagne, he constantly sends you stories and he'll correct
So
you
let me
when you
address
say.
that. Let me
does
address
he ever
that. Let me
send you
address that.
stories and does he
No.
correct you when you say
No.
things?
Me and Charlemagne have really only talked once on Instagram DMs. That's literally it. And it wasn't nothing about none of this.
Address Flacco.
Okay. Charlemagne beat you. No, yo, Flacco. Flacco,
Shout out to
Flacco.
Flacco in the chat.
I'm gonna send him the
Is
link.
Flacco in the chat?
Yeah.
Yo, hey, there's a backstory with Flacco too.
Uh-oh.
Talk about it.
Should I talk about it now?
I mean, you can't lay it up like that.
Where
Yeah,
else-
tell
where
us,
else
you
you
gotta
gonna
tell the
talk
story
about?
because I don't know. I don't know this
It's
stuff.
exactly that, bro. Like,
And niggas
yo,
just
Flacco used to come on the live streams way back, way before No Jumper. I used to put Flacco on here.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh.
Yeah.
So you put Flacco on.
I didn't put Flacco. No,
That's what I heard. I ain't gonna lie. That's what I heard.
yo, nigga,
That's what
yo,
it sounded
why y'all
like.
niggas doing this, yo?
All right, let me
It
stop.
sounded like
this-
it
this-
sounded like he
this-
said, "I
this-
made
this-
this
this-
nigga."
this-
That's what it sounded like.
this-
Flacco, I wouldn't take that if I was you, bro.
Yo, I support up and coming people. And Flacco, I think it was like 2021 or something like that, bro. My nigga Flacco used to be on here. Way before he knew Academics or Adam 22 or anybody like that. Check the live streams.
I gave that
Before he went to the dark side.
The dark. But yeah, no, that's really what the backstory is. I used to react to my videos. He used to react to a couple of them, but really no shots. It wasn't until again the Charlemagne shout outs, that's when things kind of became weird. And it was just like, yo, Chiggs got Charlemagne or Charlemagne got Chiggs now. It's weird. Check my videos. I don't attack nobody that's going at it with Charlemagne.
This nigga.
But let's play the clip though. Who got the clip? Let's play the clip.
I gotta watch your Ray Daniels videos. I don't know what you said about Ray Daniels. What'd you say about Ray Daniels?
Who got the clip? Who got that clip? Who got that 4-minute clip?
Where, did I send it to you on Instagram? I think I sent it to you on Instagram. Let me see.
I don't think he was saying anything bad though.
Flacco's saying is he trying to bait you himself. Flacco trying to play mind games. Don't let Charlemagne bait you. That's some fucking backwards
I already
shit.
know.
It's some bullshit. Get out of here, Flacco, with that nonsense.
Charlemagne have to do the dirty work himself.
Hey y'all, Flacco trying to join. Does someone want to drop real quick? So
Actually,
Yo, Flacco's the guard dog, bro.
Chig Smooth
Flacco's
is
academic
like an
guard
attack
dog.
dog. Except
my niggas not talking about that.
Chig
You know
Smooth is
what
like a
happens
chihuahua.
next, though, Chiggs.
Yo,
You
this
know
is
what
why we
happens
see
next.
Charlemagne having to do the dirty work himself.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Actually, you do got. I think Chig Smooth is like his attack dog, except Chig Smooth is like a chihuahua barking. Like we're like, yo, shut up. Like, come on, bro. You gotta get a better attack dog. You gotta get a better attack. Chig Smooth can't fuck with the Flaccos and the Traplo Rosses and the what's the. Come on, bro. He's still trying to learn English. Come the fuck on.
Damn, English.
Come on, brother. Come the fuck on.
Damn, Chiggs.
So it's the first time we're ever seeing Charlemagne having to do the dirty work
You can
himself.
stop.
And
Damn.
every
He said you trying to learn English.
Chiggs heard enough.
Flacco here, bro. Hold
Yo,
up,
academics.
Chiggs. Hold up, Chiggs. Hold up.
Who's that?
Uh-oh.
Yo,
Chiggs.
Chiggs.
Flacco.
Chiggs, you my
Flacco.
brother, Chiggs. Chiggs, listen, bro. You
just
my
want to
brother.
instigate. I know what you doing
No,
here,
I'm not.
brother.
No,
You joined the dark side.
No,
He
Chiggs,
did.
listen. No, Chiggs, listen.
Flacco
It's the
used to be
opposite.
light. Flacco used to be chill.
Nah,
But
Chiggs,
now
listen. It's the
Flacco changed
opposite.
up
Nah,
on us.
Chiggs, listen. No, Chiggs, listen. I'm here to tell you, Chiggs. You my brother. You know I got your back. Act my brother. I got Axe back. I'm telling you. I'm gonna get y'all on the phone. Do not take any bait to diss Act. Trust me, bro. It's
Nah,
gonna
fuck
listen.
that. We want war in New Jersey.
It's gonna be good. Listen, look, Chicks, trust me, bro.
Why is he dissing?
It's gonna be good by this weekend, Chicks. Trust me, bro. You got my word, bro.
Blow it
I'm gonna
up,
have y'all
Chiggs.
on the
Fuck
phone.
it.
It's gonna be straight.
They gonna
Don't
offer
take
you
the
a bag,
bait.
Chiggs.
All right, don't take the bait. Trust me, bro. Listen,
They
bro.
gonna offer
But
you
why
a
is he
bag.
dissing though?
I didn't take that as a diss. I took that as
Yo,
a diss towards. I took that as a
The
diss
nigga said I'm
towards
dissing on the
Charlemagne
nigga.
God.
Wawa, bro.
Okay, I took that as a diss towards him. Okay, he's pretty much saying, "Yo, hey Charlemagne, my squad is more squad deep than your squad." I don't take that personally towards you. Like he's just dissing like Charlemagne the guy. But again, Chiggs, I understand. Again, you're right to feel how you feel. Trust me, my brother. I just tap in and say, "Hey, bro, don't take the bait. I'm gonna get y'all on the phone this weekend, and it's gonna be all good, my nigga. All right, trust me, bro. All right, bro. All right, Chiggs,
Nah,
peace out,
man,
bro."
we want war. Fuck that.
Chiggs said no peace.
Hey, Chiggs, let me read the super chat real quick. They said that this is why academics don't like you, according to the super chat. It says, Chiggs not being real, LOL. It started because Act didn't like that Chiggs lied when he put Maul's name in the title saying he said Act lied about hearing Iceman. Maul never said that in the video. So I don't know how true that is, but that's what
That wasn't a
shout out
lie.
to Day W.
Like,
That's what Day W
that wasn't a
said.
lie. Like they don't say his name on there, but they were definitely talking about academics. Whether or
Maul
not he
did
was to
say
admit
that.
it,
Maul did
that's
say
what
that.
I'm saying.
What the fuck he lie about? Maul said that.
That's what
I
I'm
don't know a
saying.
specific clip. But that's what shout out to DW, man.
But that's not even that. That's not like that's.
I don't know if it's
nothing
that.
crazy.
That's his. He said that's what happened. That's why Act don't fuck with you, and I don't know.
That's nothing crazy. But yeah, the guard dog thing, that's just weird. I'm like, bro, like, I don't attack nobody that goes at Charlemagne. As a matter of fact, like, academics is really like you attack people that talk about Drake, right? The Mallory twins. These niggas are Drake fans. They just had one little critique about Drake and Sexy Red,
Hey,
and you attacked
Chicks.
them.
Hey, Chicks. You
Yeah.
my mans, bro.
Uh-oh.
But the shit that them niggas said about Sexy Red was the most lamest shit ever. Both
I
of them
agree.
niggas
I
are
agree with you,
corny.
but that's a critique, right? That doesn't mean attack. Like everybody can have opinions, right?
No, they attacked her. I ain't gonna lie. They
And
attacked
they
her.
went
No,
and
no, I'm
act a
talking
little
about
bit
the
too.
twins, the twins, the twins.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
went and act a little bit
He's
too.
saying he said they pretty much attacked Sexy Red. Like,
Yeah.
why is she here? Like, it's kind of like,
That's-
like,
But that's
she
a
shouldn't
fair,
be here.
yo, that's a fair argument, right? Like people are tired of seeing Drake with Sexy Red.
Drake
I
own
don't-
fans said that shit.
I don't think that's a fair argument. I think that's some judgmental shit. And I spoke about this on Me and Doe podcast. That was overly judgmental. Like the way I feel about that shit is like they only saying that shit because she black. And I hate judgmental black people that judge black people. Like that shit is weird to me. Like embrace your culture. If why you mad she's successful and she was able to be around Drake? He is a black man, technically. Like his father's black, my nigga. Like he a black nigga. Like he's a nigga. He curses. He said he do everything black people do. Just because he's around Sexy Red, they said he's using her to validate his blackness. So why y'all don't have that outrage for Future? Why y'all don't have that outrage for Gucci Man or any other nigga from the hood that he deal with? Just because it's Sexy Red and she make the music she make, he's using her to validate his blackness. That's crazy.
Sexy Red has lip gloss named after venereal diseases.
That's cool.
What's that mean?
What that mean?
That's why people have a problem with her persona.
That's marketing.
So we can't. Oh no, wait, we can't just gloss over that.
The
We
baby
can't
walk
just
around in
gloss
the-
over
But my
that.
thing
and
is,
make it like-
if that's authentically her,
But wait,
then what's
but
the
wait,
problem?
different. But
That's her.
no. Hold on.
That's
D.
her.
Hold on. We if we gonna talk about it, we can't just say, oh, she's black. Da da da. It's the way you present
what
yourself.
her having that
just
lip gloss
like
got to do with her hanging out with Drake?
Because what I'm telling you is people feel a way about her, and I'm not saying they right or wrong, but you're calling judgmental. But
That
look at how she carries herself, and look at the things she says. So a lot of people don't like it, and they want Drake to have a higher vibration. So they're looking at it like, what is he doing with her? Who else is he?
Nitpicky though?
Who else?
Yo, let's be
Can I say
honest,
something?
man. Why we
Can I say
dancing
something?
around it?
Who else does he do features with that raps like her?
Can I say something?
Lil Yachty.
No, fuck
Lil
no.
Yachty raps like
Hell
her.
no.
It doesn't.
Yeah, he
matter.
writes for the city girl. He writes for the city girls.
Me personally.
Can I say something real quick?
Drake don't even talk like that.
Can I say
He
something
don't
real
even
quick?
make music like that.
Hold on, one mic. Let Jay go, bro.
So if I'm a fan of Drake, I'm like, or not a fan, I'm like, why is he dumbing himself down to make music like that?
See, but you're talking about music. They're saying, why is he just... they're talking about the World Cup. Why is she even with him in public? That's essentially what they were saying. Like, she shouldn't be near him in public. The
But
music
that's
is
a
one
fair
thing. I'm a Drake fan.
critique.
I don't care for, like, the
Bro.
Sexy Red stimulus pack. I don't care for that. But, like, just seeing him in public should have made me like, man, Drake, come on. He being with Sexy. Like, come on, man. You should be with
Friend, that's a
Sexy.
fair critique, brother. Yo, y'all niggas talked about Jay-Z's hair for like a whole month, my nigga.
Who is y'all?
It's
Y'all is doing a lot of
gaslighting.
heavy lifting.
Gaslighting.
Y'all is doing a
Niggas
lot of
was-
heavy lifting there.
It's hypocritical, it's gaslighting, and they
It's not,
they
bro.
move the shit, the goalposts.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, Jay, go ahead.
All right. So I think the comment that the Mallory brothers or the twins made is a very layered comment. It's not something that you can address just by saying one thing, because they were saying two things at the same time. What they said in Drake trying to validate his blackness by being around Sexy Red, that comment itself invalidates who Drake is as a black person, because any black person doesn't need to validate their blackness. You're either black or you're not. Drake is black. So, and then the other part of it is they attacked Sexy Red's character and who she is as a person, where they're saying, oh, people should have higher standards for themselves, etc. Now, do I believe in naming products, lip gloss products, after venereal diseases? Absolutely not. And Charles, I agree with you here. That's something I never thought I would say. I do agree she should be a better role model. She went to a high school and she was smoking weed and they didn't let her inside the school to perform. So there's many of her actions that are questionable. I don't agree with questioning the relationship that her and Drake have. If they're friends, if it's business, if it's personal, that's their business. They can hang out around each other if they want to. Them hanging out around each other doesn't validate each other's blackness or each other's wealth status. Those are just two individuals who enjoy each other's company, and Drake values loyalty.
That's
Every
all it
conflict
is.
Drake has been in, she stood by him, said, that's my brother, called him whatever name, my baby daddy, fake baby daddy. She stood by him at every step of the way, and she's been rewarded with his continued presence and glow. And that's just what it is.
Can I add something to that too? Like, it's just nitpicking because it's like throughout all of hip hop.
But that's what fans do. That's what fans have been doing.
No, they don't do.
I'm talking about us up here. I'm talking about us up here, the people that on the opposite side of this conversation. Because it's like we ain't had strippers in videos throughout hip hop. We've had Trina, Lil Kim, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, rappers talking about all type of diabolical stuff. And when it's Sexy Red, this is when we get the pick. We got dudes talking about selling drugs, shooting people, but this is where we pick, where we decide where somebody should have a moral standard of what you say, Drake should have a higher moral standard or something like that.
Yeah,
like, I don't know what the exact conversation was, but it's like we see Doechii getting naked on stage. Like, bro, what are we talking about? So it's like throughout hip hop, kind of what I don't see Brody's name up there. The guy that's in the middle, top above Jay, he was saying like you got to embrace the culture. Like that's pretty much a part of that because like it's so much positive and negative that come with hip hop, but it makes a beautiful story in the end. And when we start picking like, oh, Sexy Red, like, bro, what are we talking about, bro? Like, we used to love BET Uncut. Have y'all seen the old Snoop Dogg videos and shit? Like, come on, bro. Let's not do that, bro.
Yeah, I also think if he would have been at the World Cup with Cardi B, who says wet ass pussy, does all the shit she do, there would have been no conversation about it. Nobody would have said, why is he with Cardi? She does all this degenerate. Nobody would have said nothing.
She would just
nobody would have said nothing.
He's tripping.
Nobody would have said nothing if he was at World Cup with Cardi B.
I agree with that. I agree with that because when Ray played me the clip, I just looked at it like, yo, I get what y'all saying. And I even got what Charles was saying. But they whole thing was, yo, this make Drake validate his blackness. He wear her, he look at her like a FUBU jersey and all this shit. And I'm like, damn, so how he look at 21 Savage and them niggas? He wear them niggas like Timbs?
That shit
like he wear them niggas like do-rags? Like I'm so confused.
And even when they said that, right? Like, just look at all the pictures with Drake and Sexy Red. Does he look like he's like black or whatever they're trying to say? Like,
exactly.
He's giggling, smiling, he's doing her hair. Like, what is he presenting with being around Sexy Red? Like,
they comments were weird, distasteful. They owe her an apology, and they mad she got more money than them. Period.
Yeah, all right. I think they could have said that a little bit differently. Can I read a super chat real quick? Shout out to Miss Get Rich or Die Trying had more commercial success than the Black Album, but the Black Album was a better body of work. So I got to say that. I got to get that chat out there.
4,000 IQ hip hop brainiac. Kendrick hang out with black women equals good. Drake hang out with black women equal bad. Genius level thinkers. All right, man. What was the other? Chiggs, you done? Oh, Chiggs isn't even here. Okay, so I guess his academics rant is
he doesn't
over.
act smooth, man. I never thought Chiggs would be that kind of person.
Yeah, so what anybody got what's the next topic? Let's do one more.
Yeah, Warder, you the moderator. What's next?
Okay, laptop fucking up. All right. Let's see. What was next? Probably the Poleg LLC thing. The
Poleg LLC.
Charles Brown and Fran Daly. They were on Twitter.
Gotta figure it out.
Would y'all like to address y'all a little back and forth y'all had on Twitter about the Poleg?
It was quick. Just because Charles said that the Ville's video was like a, I don't remember what did you say it was like a masterful deep. What did you say it was?
I said the Ville does great work because he made a video pointing out that the investors that are being accused of helping Roc Nation form these lawsuits against Drake are being tied back to Jay-Z, Roc Nation and Jay-Z, and Polog LLC was the main guy in the thing. What I had said was Polog LLC had over 800 investments, but it really, D-Fran corrected me. He said it wasn't Poleg LLC that has all the investments. It was it Indirect?
Insight.
Insight Partners.
Yeah.
They financially backed Poleg, and they have over 800 investments. So what the real conversation was, it's a small detail that whatever, but the conversation was about how that one company has over 800 investments, but academics and What's the Dirt are pointing and saying, look, they invested in Jay-Z. I mean, they invested in Rock Nation in a roundabout way with Paul Locke. So that is the link to show that they are involved with the stake lawsuits. So that's what we were talking about on Twitter. It wasn't a long conversation, but go ahead and kick your shit what you want to say.
All right, boom, here we
Wait,
go.
what's the backstory? What's the
backstory? The backstory is, all right, so what happened was academics pulled up the Pacer account, right? Because there was an update in his lawsuit. Because this isn't about the Virginia case. This is about the New Jersey one that he's a part of. Because I think that's the only one academics is actually named in. And I guess in New Jersey, if you have a third-party funder of your lawsuit, you have to disclose who that is. And so this Poleg LLC was disclosed as the funder. So what people, we like, okay, well, we see who's funding the lawsuit. The only thing what did Charlamagne say about you? Intellectual curiosity? Let's figure out who this is.
Oh my God, Charlamagne, stop, yo.
So Poleg LLC is just an LLC. It's not even a business, right? It is allegedly a guy used it a couple times. He bought a house 2016 with it. He imported furniture with it in 2018. And then obviously now the lawsuit in 2026 with, Drake Stake, Aiden Ross, all those people. So the guy who we're assuming owns it name is Tamir Poleg. He is a tech real estate Israeli investor. So the question even begins there is, why would that guy give a damn about Drake Stake, Aiden Ross, botting music, anything like that? So that's a real question. Like, why would that guy care about that? But then when you get to the links, right, because y'all said, Insight invests in 800 things. They got so many. But the difference is, if you go to Insight's website, each managing director has their own investments. So Dinesh Preka, who is a high managing director at Insight, is invested as one of the leaders of the investment into Real Brokerage. And he's also one of the lead investors into Fanatics. So that's where that, I guess, bridge ties together, because in 2021, him, Rock Nation, I think, what was it called, SoftBank, they did like $320 million for Fanatics, regardless, right? So that's where the bridge, people are bridging those people together. Now, I've said in my videos, to get from Jay-Z to get all the way over here would be a hard thing to do unless you had emails and things like that. But the connection is there in a way. Because even a guy who was a founder of the Real Brokerage with Tamir Poleg, his name is like Guy Gamzut, him and the Dinesh Perka guy for Insight were on the board with each other of something called Media Mind in 2010. So we're just putting these things together. That's all it is. And then Dinesh Perka is a chairperson of Fanatics, right? So he's there. And then once that investment came in 2021, that's when they started Fanatics Gamings and Sportsbooks, which Jay-Z is a vice chairman of, and some type of board member, director, whatever. So that's all it was. So when they say the bill debunked it because he said they have 800 investments, they do, but that's how it is.
So the connection is basically, I guess Jay-Z is using Fanatics lawyers to fund these lawsuits.
Well, like I said, they're claiming that they're using an entity over here to fund the lawsuits. That's what that's just the connection between.
But is it Jay-Z with Fanatics and not with Rock Nation? Just to be clear.
Jay-Z and Fanatics.
Okay, so two questions.
Let's okay. First of all, let's use the word allegedly, and I don't think it's D-Fran that's making these claims.
I know. I'm just saying,
But can I add on to that answer to the question you just asked? I know you said, is it Jay-Z and Fanatics? So Rock Nation and Fanatics Sportsbook have the same interest. So it's not an individual, right? They both have a vested interest in what happens in legalized gaming in the United States. Mm-hmm. Next question, if you have no.
Okay, I got a very simple, just straight to the point question, right?
Put that Rock Nation hat on.
All right, man.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Has anybody or has AC or What's the Dirt thought about asking Drake about this to confirm it? Because Drake is cool with Fanatics guy, Michael Rubin.
Yeah.
So if Drake confirms it, saying yes or no, that's the story, right? Like, There's no need to connect all these different people, right? Like, why not just go straight to the source?
Well, Drake is
ask
not
Drake if he knows anything about it.
Well, Drake is not the source.
No, I'm saying Drake talks to Michael Rubin, the CEO.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So he would know what's going on in his company, right?
Well, he would. Michael Rubin would publicly acknowledge or privately disclose to someone that, hey, yeah, I'm a part of this. There's a smear campaign being run against you.
Yes, if they're supposed to be cool, yeah. Like,
you think Michael Rubin would tell Drake, "Hey, my company is using a proxy to smear you"? You think he would tell him that?
Smear you and Steak at the same time.
Yo, all right. If Drake feels like Fanatics is doing some weird shit, he has some distance from Michael Rubin, right? So OVO Rocks was just spotted with Michael Rubin a couple days ago.
You're oversimplifying things. There are people at OVO who work at UMG and Republic who are OVO members as well. I think you can't oversimplify a complex issue. One of the main things that
I don't think this is that complex. I think everyone is just in this speculation bag.
You don't think billions of dollars is complex?
The actual lawsuit, yes, but the connection, I'm talking about the actual connection, connecting LLCs to this, to this, to this, to Fanatics and Jay-Z.
So do you think that Drake, so let's just look at what's in front of us. Do you believe that Drake has already publicly acknowledged that there is that he believes there are some shady tactics being used by Jay-Z and Roc Nation? He's already publicly confirmed this to us.
How?
Listen to the music. Why do you think
he hasn't said it? He hasn't verbally just
Roc Nation subpoena is getting cleared.
How can he verbally say, "Hey, hi, my name is Drake, and Roc Nation is doing XYZ to me"? Like, how does that sound?
No, so all right.
Oh, Drake's trying to sue Roc Nation now.
Thing. Yo, huh?
They're gonna say, "Oh, Drake's trying to sue." Drake's trying to.
Let me just say this. Even with these connections, because even back to like the academics thing of saying like, "Hey, where are these real journalists at?" My only thing with it is like, just ask Polug LLC. Why are you in it allegedly, maybe, who knows, an Israeli tech CEO invested in this specific lawsuit? That's supposed to be a class action. It's supposed to be a class action lawsuit with only one person, mind you, and it alleges Drake is using Steak for botting and then paying Grand was a chat nigga to spread narratives. Like, why would you care about that? So that's the question that I was saying when I said Lauren LaRosa asked, because she was excited about it when it dropped, right when it happened. She's like, I reached out to Drake's team for comment. Okay, well, we have one of the biggest hip hop figures, the person who's not even allegedly, the Poleg LLC is funding it. We just don't know who's behind that. It's been, hey, he's funding this. Nobody wants to find out, hey, you guy, Poleg LLC, who are you? Why are you interested in funding this lawsuit? And what's behind that?
How do we know that they haven't reached out yet? Is it just speculation because they haven't talked about it after whatever accusations?
I mean, when they say they reach out to people all the time, they say, "Well, I reached out and I haven't got a comment." So I mean, I guess now is the one time they're not going to tell us they reached out for comment.
Yeah, but you can't come to the conclusion. They don't even
talk about the story.
Yes,
I mean that's cute. Yeah, what about it? Did they do that? You know, I'm gonna come to the conclusion that they didn't do that.
You said what?
I'm gonna come to the conclusion that they didn't do that.
So that let me say something. So J.D. Fran, academics, they'll spend a whole bunch of time trying to figure out who's behind the lawsuit. They'll never make any time to figure out what the hell the lawsuit is there for and why these motherfuckers are accused of doing the things that I've never seen them dig into the Steak shit that they're accused of. Instead of saying
it's for botting, it's for tipping feature, it's for y'all claim that because he DMs Academics TV that there's some narrative.
It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff.
About all the time.
But it's a lot of stuff. But for one, most of the time y'all say all of that's not true. For one, but for two, we get you guys running cover, going crazy to talk about this one case, right? This one case in this one lawsuit. You're going crazy over Polog LLC. You never go crazy over the tipping feature, all the other stuff that's going on. Drake using money, pretending like he's using his real money and he's not. You never talk about that shit. You don't investigate that. You don't investigate any of the stuff that they're alleging, right? But somehow, some way, this whole thing got to be torn down because allegedly Roc Nation is behind one of the lawsuits. You know it's more than one, right? You know it's a bunch, and they ain't all tied. They ain't all tied to
four
LLC.
We don't know that. One, because every place doesn't have to disclose who's funding the lawsuit, so we don't know that.
But can I respond to your claims?
But I didn't finish the claims. But go ahead.
Hold on, let me finish. Let him finish.
Finish the claims, Charles.
So what I'm saying is, academics made a whole lot of noise over the last couple of weeks. We've never heard them trying to figure out the other shit, right? The other stuff on the other side that is the lawsuit is alleging. He just brushed that off. But now that it's so-called Rock Nation, and we're not even going to talk about the people in the lawsuit, such as DJ Academics, Aiden Ross, Academics TV, awful ass people who do awful shit all fucking day and write the worst narratives ever. Now, we never hear him trying to get at the bottom of that shit, right? But we got a whole week of academics talking about journalism. But he's not talking about, let's talk about the shit they really are doing or the shit that they accused of doing. We don't get no expose on that. But we get a whole deep dive into Polak LLC, whatever the fuck that is, right? So what I'm saying is, you guys got a whole lot. You got a bunch of screens open. You got all this shit written down. You ain't never do that trying to figure out what the hell going on when Drake is winning 4 times more than the average, the next nigga closest to him, right? Or he betting $1 million on the fucking Cowboys.
Crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He betting $1 million on the Cowboys, and it ain't his million, but he making it look like it is. Right? Academics got stake on all his shit. He ain't disclosing that shit. You never talk about that. Ack is literally gambling on stake right fucking now, probably. But you never talk about that he's playing with the house money. But you still talking about Polak LLC.
I mean, I would assume that they're not using their own. Didn't they have a call where they literally said, "Hey, Eddie, send me some money"? So what am I? They said it themselves. So what am I going to say? They said it out loud in public. What am I going to say?
But D. Frank, hold on. But that's in the lawsuit, D. So
okay, but Mike, you're saying why not talk about it? The literal people say they do it.
Okay,
so what's the conversation? Do Drake use house money? The nigga said it on the thing.
Okay,
what's the conversation?
No, the conversation is you guys will skip past the shit is real. So whatever you're getting sued for is true. Wait, D. Frank, you just admitted it, D. So what I'm telling you is the shit in the lawsuit is real. But you're stuck on who's doing the lawsuit.
Well, hold on. We got to stop.
I don't give a fuck about the stake and deceptive practice. I'm talking about the body.
Before you respond, he just said a lot of he just said a lot of things that weren't even accurate. So we have to correct that before we move on because you're going to start arguing a point that's not even correct. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. So you said that people are. I don't know if you were referring to me and him specifically. I've never made one video that mentions Polak LLC at all. I've only reacted to What's the Dirt's video. I haven't mentioned or done any deep dives on this at all. So we'll start there.
So you saying that's accurate because I said people?
Well, allow me to respond.
You said JD in the beginning.
You said that I did that. So that's a point of clarification. I've never mentioned that LLC ever. Never. And I've never done a deep dive on this either. I've only reacted to What's the Dirt's video.
You know we're not talking personal, gang. You know that.
You said me. So that's why I have to respond. You said my name. Now, the other part, I don't know who's watching, so I want to make sure that they know that it's not me involved in investigating this, okay?
Thank you for clearing that up. That's the first part.
The second part of it is this. You said everything in that lawsuit is true. You have to stop right there because you have no evidence of that, and the lawsuit was just thrown out and will go to arbitration, which will result in nothing. You saying, why don't people look into what Drake is placing? You said Drake is betting money that isn't his. What evidence do you have of that? I don't know if you've ever gambled or you have sports books on your phone.
What did just say, Jay?
What he said doesn't make it right because he said it. Sometimes you do get.
All right, say less.
Let me respond. Sometimes you do get bonuses and sign up money. Drake is signed to stake, so we don't know what's in the contract. The contract could come with $500,000 worth of monthly spend that you can be reimbursed for from the house. That is standard. But no, I'm saying the truth. You're saying that everything in the lawsuit is true. It is, because if you're going to make a statement, it should be based in fact. You can't actually say that. No, it's not. Money, Jay. It's not. The other part you said, why don't we look into botting the streams? Can you provide any tangible evidence that Drake has ever botted streams?
No.
So then what? Not gonna like that. You just said everything in the lawsuit was true. In the lawsuit, it said that Drake was botting streams. You just said that.
I never said he did. So
you didn't say everything in the lawsuit wasn't true?
Let's go line for line, Jay. Let's go line for line. It's fine. Jay, listen. You want me to prove shit that they can't even prove, right? Now, the end of
you just said it's true.
Well, put it like this. Whatever. I can believe what I want, but at the end of the day,
all right, okay.
Wait, Jay.
You can believe what you want. That's true.
Let him finish. Wait. Jay is trying to nitpick and do this, that, and the third. We've been hearing K-Dot bots all the time. We hear that shit all day and all night. Nobody can prove. Wait, Jay, let me say this. Nobody can prove that either, right? But what I said is, when I said everything, that was hyperbolic, Jay. I know you're trying to win points, but you know that I said everything is true. Oh, so you're gonna say, well, everything is true. Then you're gonna, Jay, listen, everything you just ran through is you're trying to nitpick. None of that shit. None of it can be proven or not. So to try to say, can you show proof? No, but the lawsuit has merit.
It doesn't.
It has merit.
It doesn't, which is why it was thrown out. It doesn't, which is why 7 of the 8 claimants don't even have stake accounts, but they're accused of knowing stake's inner workings. There is no merit. How can you logically explain to me how someone could sue a platform that they don't even have an account on?
Jay.
How's it possible?
When I first reported on this, I said it's flimsy. That's not the point, Jay. We know that the people didn't have stake. I said this months ago. Most of these gambling sites, most of these gambling lawsuits don't go nowhere. I said that, but they still got filed. Okay, for one, they still got filed. Okay, for one. So the point is not that it's true or not true. The stake is very powerful, Jay. They're not going to lose a lawsuit like this, Jay. So you saying that it just because the judge threw it out. So I guess the whole thing that homeboy was talking about earlier with the battle, that wasn't true either. So what I can play like you. I can sit and say, well, the whole lawsuit against UMG got thrown out, so none of it was true, Jay. So we can sit here and play games all night. I can say everything in the lawsuit against Drake's lawsuit against UMG got thrown out. Hold up, Jay. Everything in the lawsuit. How was it a reach? So
what you just tried to do?
Hold on.
That's called a false equivalency. What you're trying to do right now.
No, Jay. Can I finish?
Yeah.
You said the lawsuit got thrown out, as if to say that meant it wasn't valid. So if I go back and say the UMG lawsuit got thrown out, so that means it wasn't valid. How is that a false equivalency?
Because they were both thrown out for 2 different reasons. Defamation
of character. They both were thrown out, Jay.
No.
Jay, you're going to sit here and nitpick. Jay, you're being disingenuous,
so
Jay.
What you're doing is trying to do a false equivalency, right? So again,
how was it false? They both got thrown out, Jay.
They're thrown out for 2 different reasons. And
it doesn't matter.
Defamation of character has a ground to prove.
No.
You're gonna talk over me because you don't want me to explain it.
Where's the moderator at here? Let's get 1 minute, 1 minute.
All I know is Drake all over this.
He's cutting me off.
I ain't gonna lie, Charles.
I sit here quiet for 8 minutes, 10 minutes. And then when I start talking, Jay starts wagging his finger saying no. And then he comments. So what I'm telling you is he's cutting me. So I'm trying to figure out what we talking about.
All right, Jay, go ahead.
What I'm saying is this, right? Okay, if that's your basis that it got thrown out, then I can go back and say, well, the whole UMG shit is false too. You can't have it both ways, Jay. You can't say just because the judge threw it out that it wasn't right. Okay? So they didn't prove it. They had a weak case. Don't mean that these motherfuckers wasn't gambling with the house money. And it don't mean that stake is illegally skirting the rules, which is what the lawsuit says. The lawsuit is saying that stake is gambling illegally in the states. That is a fact. So they really are. And they've used the state sweepstakes coins to get around the fact that you're not supposed to gamble in the US. They're using those sweepstakes coins to do it anyway. That's what the lawsuit is stating. That's the first thing in the lawsuit. It ain't about no bots, none of that. It's about the real lawsuit is the first one that started and the ones that followed is that stake is gambling illegally in these states. That's the bottom line of the lawsuit. It really don't even have nothing to do with Drake. It really don't have nothing to do with Drake. Okay, do you really understand what the lawsuit's about? It's not about Drake.
The ones that's tied to Eck and Drake.
May I respond?
All right, let Jay respond, bro. Let Jay respond.
But okay, then I'm gonna shut up after this. So the lawsuits are about stake not gambling illegally in the states. That's what they're about. So by them getting thrown out, in essence, you're saying that everything in the lawsuit didn't matter. So I'm doing what you do, and I'm saying, so then I guess the UMG one didn't matter. Didn't matter why it's thrown out, Jay. You said carte blanche, it's thrown out. So we're gonna do that. If we're gonna do that, we're gonna do that. If it's thrown out, it's thrown out.
All right.
Okay. Now,
go ahead.
You said a lot, so I'm gonna try to remember. So lawsuits can be thrown out for multiple reasons, right? There's not one reason why a lawsuit gets thrown out. And just because something was filed doesn't give it merit. I can file a lawsuit tomorrow. That doesn't mean it's true, right? The basis, now you tried to conflate 2 points that we have to separate. I know that the main issue of this is not Drake. I understand that Drake is on one side of a business that is a threat to another business, and he's just the biggest face of it. I understand that. I've said this in my videos that this is bigger than Drake and it's bigger than Jay-Z as individuals. This is business. Right. I get that. But the part of it is the reason why this lawsuit has no merit, and I know that the claims are baseless, is just based in the fact that we can say 7 out of 8 of these people or 6 out of 8 of these people did not even have stake accounts. So they could not have feel cheated by the gaming system that they were never even a part of.
Facts,
right?
Jay.
That's just the truth. That's what we can.
That's what we
can factually prove. Now, underneath that, there are other claims in there. Are they running? They're running a botting farm and they're using this stake to inflate Drake's popularity, which again is a baseless claim because Drake was more popular in 2018 and 2017 than he is right now. He was more popular. His image was better. So, and that
don't mean he's not botting.
Hold
Jay.
on, no, hold on. I didn't say that. I said
Jay, that don't mean he's not botting. Jay,
I didn't say that. You got to listen. I didn't say that. I said
am listening.
No. I didn't cut you off because I didn't say that. I said that the lawsuit claims that they're using this to inflate popularity. Now, I want to go back to the evidence of botting. I asked you, can you point to any tangible piece of evidence that would show that Drake is botting? Because let's think for a minute. Is Drake botting, and why would it happen, and what numbers would indicate that? When your stream status
right there. I never talk about botting, Jay. But Jay, no. I never talk about botting. So
you just did. Botting, you just did.
Jay,
you definitely did.
The lawsuit says that I'm not here to prove botting, Jay. The lawsuit says that I'm not here to prove botting. So you're wasting your breath. I'm going to agree with
that's in the lawsuit, is it not?
Yes, but I'm not here to prove botting.
So but you said everything in the lawsuit is. You said everything in the lawsuit was right.
All right, so this is what we're doing. Like, I get it. I hear you, and I hear you, and I understand. But let's move forward from the botting, dog. Like it's ridiculous now. It's like it's silly. Go ahead, finish.
Okay, Jay, continue.
Well, I don't know, man. I think we started with everything was true, and now we
because he's stuck on this botting shit, and he want to read it. Go ahead, read it.
I don't need to go to the botting. I just talked about the merit of the lawsuit in terms of the individuals as well. I understand.
Which I said is the lawsuit is weak.
So you seem to agree more with us than anything. But I don't know. I don't know.
Yes, I'm not here to debate the lawsuit, Jay.
Me either.
That's not what I'm here for. I'm just telling you that you guys seem to be stuck on trying to get all the details of the lawsuit. The only thing that I can't even argue with is botting because I don't have no proof, so I don't try to do it. You're going to get stuck on. He said everything is true. Listen. The simple fact of the matter is, I don't care. I don't try to prove botting. I never ever say he's botting. At the end of the day, you did react to that.
I think you did react, and you have made videos about Drake botting on your channel. So I don't know if that's true.
So
a lot of them.
End of the day, Jay.
I just want to know the end game. What is the end game?
I can answer that question for you, Ray, in a minute. I'll answer that.
Yeah,
the end game. So what's the end game? The long picture is this again. I know everyone's digging into these things. The fact of the matter is people are competing for market share. It's interesting to people who are in the hip hop space who cover these rappers and these artists because we've never seen artists of this magnitude be this invested in major corporations. This is the first era of artists who have been in an ownership position when it comes to casinos, Nas and Jay-Z. You have Drake who's the face of a gambling company or a sweepstakes company. That's why people are interested. But when you look at what's really going on behind the face of it, it's a billion-dollar industry, billions of dollars that are competing. Who can operate where? How can they operate? Who's going to be on the board to make sure that things are up to par? That's all it is. It's the gambling industry, which is the #1 emerging market across all 50 states and every state that gambling is legalized in. That's what this boils down to. But hip hop cares because you have the biggest rapper who's sponsored by, and then you have Jay-Z on the other hand, who is involved in a corporate entity involved in gambling. That's the end game. That's all it is.
They taking their beef from rap to casino?
Yeah, if you want to, you could say it like that. But
that's the speculation.
I mean,
Yeah.
to certain degrees. Yeah, Drake on the steak scream, like
I'm
D-Friend
not
said
gonna,
earlier,
I'm not
with
gonna lie.
the Rock Nation subpoena getting
I
dropped.
mean, Jay-Z's the
That
vice,
shit
what,
out my
chairman
tax
of
bracket. I ain't gonna
Fanatics?
lie to y'all. Like
So
that shit out my tax bracket to even be in on this topic. Yo. Them niggas
Yeah.
make too much money for me to give a
And
damn.
out
and
my
I don't
tax
want to be
bracket.
involved in it either because I don't want
Niggas,
nobody
yeah.
suing me or saying I said one. That's why
You
I'm not
talking
in there. I'm
about,
not making no
like,
videos
Man,
about
I
it.
did my
Allegedly.
journalistic due diligence. I
about-
emailed their team and said, "Hey, do you care to respond?" They didn't email me back, so I don't know. Maybe they
talking
didn't.
about a
See.
nigga.
Can I ask you guys a question though?
Yes.
Hold on. We
It
talking
sounds
about
like you guys are saying, or this panel is saying, Jay-Z and Drake are taking this stuff. If we're talking about proof, what's the proof that Jay-Z is literally after Drake with this? Like, there's zero proof. You can read everything in that screen. There's no proof that Jay-Z did anything. We saying Pollock LLC may have possibly. So where we keep saying Jay-Z is doing this and Drake is doing that, nobody has proven anything.
I don't think anyone said that. No one
they
said
are
that.
the
A
face.
few
That's the
seconds
We said
ago,
problem.
that's a
y'all just
speculation. We said that's a speculation.
A few seconds ago, y'all just asked, somebody on the panel just asked the question, have they taken this from the streets to whatever? So I'm trying to figure out, there is nothing that shows either of them done anything to anybody. Now, we both know that academics has been trashing Rock Nation and saying this, that, and the third, and we assume that Rock Nation is retaliating. But at the end of the day, I look at it like they've been attacking them, they're attacking back. Let them fight. So that's the thing. I don't even want to get caught up. If you've been paying attention to my Twitter, I don't give a shit about who did what to who. I don't never argue that. I'm only even in this conversation because you guys are talking about it. I don't care. I'm like, academics and academics TV been trashing these motherfuckers. They fighting back. I don't care. I don't care if Rock Nation is behind it. I've been very vocal about that. They should be. They should be behind it. They should be fighting back because they get trashed every single day by academics TV and academics. So I don't understand why that's never discussed. Academics never talks about
that ain't
that's
hip
a
hop. You
roundabout-
can't
that's
sue
a
over
roundabout.
tweets. That ain't hip hop.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's a roundabout way of fighting
And
back.
if it was like you said,
Again, we
hey,
haven't
Jay-Z been
proved
kicking
that
their back. I'd rather Jay-Z do it than if allegedly doing it through other avenues to get
so
other people.
wait.
That's a conversation.
We're talking about academics and academic TV, right? Versus Rock Nation. You keep saying Jay-Z versus Drake. Jay-Z hasn't said a word. Drake hasn't said a word about these lawsuits. We know that we from based on your
Drake
own
did say
paperwork.
something on the stake. He said the Rock Nation subpoena's getting dropped. So I mean, can't say they ain't saying nothing.
All right, so we can conflate that and say what it is, what's not. But at the end of the day, that's not proof, my God. That's not proof that Drake is actively out to get Rock Nation and vice versa. So those are slick lines, sure, but we don't have no proof that Jay-Z or Drake, either one of them, have done anything. We can say that, oh, Rock Nation is linked to Parlay and all. We can do that all day, but you can't say definitively that Jay is targeting Drake or Drake is targeting Jay-Z.
Do you think there's smoke there though? Do you even think there's like some type of
100%
there?
there's smoke there.
So
100%.
So
this is like speculation.
Right,
but we watching the behind the scenes chess moves. That's kind of what's going on. And like you saying, they're not saying anything. They might not be saying nothing verbatim, but we watch how they like. Jay has always moved through Rock Nation and media. Drake got his way of being petty and subbing. And if you've watched these artists for years, you can see how they moving. It's like obviously to the regular day person, you can say they ain't saying nothing, they ain't doing nothing, they're oblivious to all this. But then like that's just not true, bro. Like from the Charlemagne and Act 1-on-1, that exposed the light. From Jay-Z on his freestyles, that exposed the light. It's exposing the atmosphere between these two groups and camps. Well, it really three camps because you got Act, you got Drake, and you got Rock Nation. Like there's smoke that's been there the last 6 months, or maybe even longer. Like so, we gotta act like we gotta stop acting like there's not things that's being moved behind closed doors. There's a lot of chess pieces being moved. 100%. That's why people are bringing up potential beefs happening. Like Joe Budden not mentioning these things for no reason. Like people, like it's not a household conversation. Like Jay-Z name not popping up for no reason consistently around these topics. Like it's a lot going on right now, and we could try to act oblivious, or as new media, we could try to get ahead of it and start trying to cover things. So when it do pop off, it's like, look what we did. So that's where I think we coming from. And like a lot of this is like somewhat speculation, but to a degree, we do got a lot of chess pieces that we seeing. Like we following the money. These like Fanatics and Jay-Z being linked is obviously it's a leap to say that they directly behind it. But then when you tie the AI websites and all these other things into it, them battling Larry Jackson having some of the same gripes. It's like, bro, when you start putting these things together, like it's still speculation, but it's not a nothing burger. Like, let's be real.
And you know what my question is? Why is so much energy expended on figuring out what Jay-Z doing?
These huge entities.
And I never, but what I'm saying is I never get to the point where they don't spend the same energy. And what I was trying to say earlier, they don't spend the same energy trying to figure out what Drake is doing. Right?
Yes,
so it's a whole
everything Drake do. That's not
Excuse
true.
me?
They break down everything Drake do. Drake could whatever he does, they talk about it 24/7.
So we just talked about how Drake was getting bashed for
I did that. Roebuck and D-Fran they're not going to do that. If they talk about anything Drake does, they're going to be.
Are you talking about, not to cut you off? Are you talking about y'all individual videos or just?
I'm talking about us as individuals. When they talk about the stuff with Drake, they're going to try to debunk it. Jay Roebuck, when the information about the loan came out, Jay Roebuck rushed and did a video to debunk all the speculation about the loan. He didn't try to figure out the loan. He went so far as to say he went so far as to say selling 50% of your company was good. So Jay Roebuck 100% went out of his way to make the loan that OVO put in their name that they defaulted on. Jay Roebuck rushed to the internet to make a video. D-Fran, to his credit, said, "I'm not going to try to defend it." He said, "I'm not going to try to defend it." Which is why I call Jay Roebuck Drake's attorney. I mean, his accountant, because Jay Roebuck went to the internet and made a whole video about why those loans weren't so bad and why they weren't defaulting and this, that, and the third. He broke down all the money that OVO makes. He the one that showed you about the clothing, everything that he did a video. So what I'm saying is,
what I did was
great video, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. So what I did was this. What I broke down to people is, I think a common narrative on the internet when that came out was Drake is broke, OVO is broke. So what I did was I looked into the finances and explained why a company would potentially sell 50%.
What's y'all backstory? Like y'all got history or something?
But Drake, you tried to they
got smoke, real smoke.
No,
it's just Twitter shit.
There's a section of the internet that is upset at me because I go on these debates and I make light work of people who run with internet narratives.
No, they put crash dummies in front of Jay and Jay crashes them out.
Nah,
what debates you be on?
But
like debating like on some.
It'll be like one Drake fan versus 5 Kendrick fans.
I debate. I do music. I do basketball debates where it's me versus 10 individuals too. So it's sports, music,
and Charles don't like that shit.
A lot of people don't like it.
Nah, that shit is good content, man. I love that shit, Jay.
That don't like
Keep it going.
Nah, cause I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all niggas been talking for 45 minutes, and
it's
like,
a lot going on. It's just like when Charles, you say, why don't you cover the botting or the academics TV narrative? It's like it's there. Like we've seen the messages leak between them, but the messages that leak between them is them they talk about shit. They're not saying like, hey, go get this guy. Hey, go get that guy. Hey, it's just like he says, hey, the Not Like Us video dropped. Oh yeah, I seen it. Hey, this guy leaked the video. Oh, they deleted his account. Like, it wasn't nothing in there. People act like they was in there. All right, here's $50. Go say this about Charlemagne. Hey, here's $1 million. Go say this about that guy. So even with these things that they're alleging, it don't make sense. So when I'm looking at the lawsuit, which all stems from really the academic's deposition, I'm looking into the people. Like, okay, who are these 7 people? In a class action suit in Virginia, who are these people? This is 7 people who all know each other.
D-Fran, what you just did was you minimalized it.
We can literally pull up the screen recording of their messages getting leaked, and y'all tell me what in that shows they are colluding against people.
But they're literally colluding. This is what I'm talking about.
They're talking to each other. They're not colluding. They're not saying
Drake
attack
is
Jay-Z
talking
here.
to a tabloids, a smearing site that smears Kendrick, SZA, and everybody else, and Drake is in cahoots with them, and you're trying to minimalize it. D. He's the biggest artist in the world.
We're reading what they're saying to each other. They're not talking about anything like nefarious that everybody's claiming that they're talking about.
Like I said, you're minimalizing it. And that's what I'm talking about. D-Fran, J. Roebuck, Drake's accountant, they run out here and run cover for him. And what's the dirt too? He just went live with some shit. So what I'm saying is this. You can't have a genuine conversation.
Yo, what you got? Post notice for dirt?
Not too much on Matt, bro. Not too much on Matt.
I did. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Y'all know y'all used to rock with What's the Dirt before he made the Family Matters video, man. Y'all thought he was the greatest
I used to
documentary,
follow,
whatever.
I thought What's the Dirt was very concise. I thought he was very he did a good job before he tried to count 37 N-words from Drake, and then the community crashed on him.
Don't y'all be on a panel with Anthony Fantano? Why y'all don't say nothing to him?
He says the hard ER. Nobody cares about that. It's like, all right, it's Fantano. We rock with him. He rock with Kendrick, so he good.
Listen, this is the whataboutism. So y'all
this is the goalpost. This is the goalpost.
No, this is like a guy having a theory saying that one guy might have said 37 N-words for a thing, and a guy who actually says the hard ER that's a lot different.
I just told you what happened. I didn't say bad, good, or indifferent. I just told you that's what happened, and the community had a fit with him. He got off there, and he tried to clash on Company Man. Company Man had to clap back.
Yo,
he got off the internet, right? He got off the internet for a few months.
He said, I gotta go see what the hell y'all talking about. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about.
This shit.
Top five.
It's a darker criminal link, and it all possibly leads back to the dastardly, allegedly Rock Nation.
Facts.
So shout out to Quickie. Where's Top 5 Troy? This is how you cook a Drake account. Top 5 Troy is in the chat, man. He's in my chat right now.
Shout out Top 5 Troy.
Let me read some of these super chats real quick. So Dave W again, he says, I have a question for Chigs and Charles. Who do you think is behind the Academics Drake Act TV dossier? And
Rock
do you
Nation.
think it correlates
Rock Nation.
with the lawsuits?
Rock Nation. Fuck it.
Who do you think?
Man, Chick Smooth is behind it, bro.
I don't care.
What's your name right here in the top next to Chigs?
Ray Spitter, bro.
Ray Spitter,
right.
like, bro, what the fuck are y'all talking about? You like dossier? What the fuck are y'all on?
So,
Somebody said that about me.
No, I'm saying, hey, you're like dossier.
if he's saying dossier, is he talking about the AI website?
No, he's talking about the thing that I guess Charlamagne said Lauren LaRosa has all this information about academics, who pays them, how they get paid, all these different things. And that's what people bring up, like the Jeremy Heck showing his Rumble payments. Clearly, there's something going around by academics behind the scenes, I guess.
Do you guys know that I spoke and I said that Jeremy Heck fumbled that really badly? I didn't try to defend it. I didn't try to. I didn't.
No, he definitely crashed out on some crash.
I did a video. I said, what was the name of their podcast?
The Bigger Picture.
I said the Bigger Picture had a rough week. I hit all three of them. My shit, I hit everybody, my G. I don't try to minimize it when they do wrong. I said that was the week that all of them had a rough week. DJ Head had
he silenced the record.
He so-called edited which song was it?
Too hard for the radio.
Too hard for the radio.
He edited that fumble, right? And then my guy Elliot Wilson had came out and said some nonsense. I don't remember what he said. And then it was Heck, and I was like, Heck is my guy. I love the niggas, this, that, and the third, right? But at the end of the day, I said, bad move. So I didn't try to spin it, minimize it. And I said, when I did the video, I said, listen, it hurts me. It hurts me to say this. Bad move. He jumped out there on academics, and academics, it was a payment for PayPal. And I said, that was a bad move. So it's going to be really hard to catch me saying I went and flipped and da-da-da. I hit everybody, my G. That's why when they say I hate Drake, they really misled, right? They misled. I hit everybody. So
I don't think you hate Drake. You're pretty objective.
I definitely don't hate. I don't hate nobody. But when you do something goofy in hip hop, I'm gonna have a video about it.
I bet.
It is what it is.
Let me read this other one. They said, if Ben Don's personal law firm also represented Nocta and were funding lawsuits against Jay-Z, these guys would say the proof is overwhelming. I think he's just trying to do the degrees of separation thing. But yeah, that's all it is.
I don't want nothing to do with the lawsuit or digging up information. I want nothing to do with it.
Hey, the thing is, we are media, right?
Nah,
so
we
they
not
have
nothing.
to send us a cease and desist before
We're
they
new
send a
media,
lawsuit.
bruh.
You have
You
to
are
send a
media.
cease and desist before you send a lawsuit.
I'm a content creator.
I'm a
But also,
YouTuber.
what
Send it
can
to
they sue me for?
D-Fran. Send it to
They can't
D-Fran.
even. What can they sue me for? These things are public SEC filings
D-Fran the
connected to
dossier.
you.
They don't
His
got
YouTube,
They don't got to
his
sue you,
YouTube,
brother.
Instagram, Twitter is at
Just take
D-Fran.
it to court
Please
is
send it to
enough.
And if they do that, that only brings more validity to what I'm saying. If I got trucks parked outside, I'm like, okay, I'm on to something. Because if I
Don't
wasn't
send
on
it
to something,
to
they
me.
wouldn't do that. But they haven't done that, so
I'm not in it.
you know. But I agree with you. Like I said this in my video. I said academics has a lot more power than like all of us. Now maybe because he's connected to lawsuits, he really can't do like reaching out to these people because like I don't think you can reach out to people funding a lawsuit against you. But I feel like he has resources to figure out who these people are better than I can. Like I'm just looking at filings, SEC filings, this, that. But like I'm sure he could figure private investigator, like I'm sure he could figure it out if he really wanted to. But I'll just I'll leave that there.
Yeah,
Pretty sure
I
he
reacted
has
to
a
one of your
team.
videos. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just realized that shit as I was sitting here watching y'all talk. When I talked about that Drake shit with them lame ass twins, I reacted to your video, D-Frame.
Shout out.
The family.
They called me out.
D-Fran.
They said, "And that fat nigga who be on her."
Fat academics. Fat
That
Italian
fat
academics.
nigga that be doing her. But yeah, all right, man. That was fun.
So, Chicks, you got
Shout out to
anything
my
else, bro?
guy check-in. He said Fantano wasn't even into hip hop as a youth. He was one of those trench coat mafia kids growing up. I don't know how C Brown having hip hop discussions with him.
That's your man's.
I guess that was in reference to what Jay said about him.
So what I'm gonna do right here? I'm not gonna play the game like these guys. I'm gonna do my own thing, but I'm just gonna say this. I was never on the panel with Anthony, so I know it sounds good, but I never was on the panel with Anthony Fantano. It don't make no difference if I was, but I just need the facts to be there. It is what it is. So before that narrative gets going, and I have no problem with Fantano. So end of the day, that's not what. Let's just be honest with the situation before we even get going. That I wasn't on the panel with him.
Okay.
Clear it up.
I apologize.
Clear it
And
up.
thank you for the correction. Not you, then. I take that back. I'm sorry.
Clear it
So
up.
we all make mistakes, Jay. We all say words that we may say things that maybe in are not factual.
No,
but it's
no.
okay.
Some of us say things that are more factual more times than not. I said people shouldn't be on the panel with him, but you are correct. If you weren't on the panel, I take it back. Anybody else though who's on the panel with him, I'm looking at whoever. All right.
That's your man's.
All right, yo. The next topic is this
Damn, we got
whole
more?
hip hop journalism thing,
Oh
right?
yeah, that
Yeah.
conversation.
Do we think YouTubers could be journalists if they did not go to school for journalism?
Nah.
Can I put two and two together and piece this with that and be considered a journalist?
I mean, I don't see why not. Like let's just say me with this post. I'm not saying I'm a journalist, but let's just say, and then I got a source that worked at this law firm. They give me this information. A source that worked here, and I do all the journalistic work, and I put it together, and I present it, and it's like comes out on some Pablo Torre shit. Why could I not consider myself? Because I didn't go get a 4-year degree from whatever. Like I said, if you do that work, but if you're just like regurgitating whatever, you can actually like do your own research. You just regurgitate, then I wouldn't say you're a journalist. But
I
if
feel
you
like
do the
that-
work,
I feel like that's what separated. Like I feel like you gotta go to school. I don't really care for college. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Like I feel like you could be successful.
Shout out
without-
my guy Ken Carr. Go ahead,
I feel like you could be successful without college, but I feel like if you want that title, that's kind of taken away from the people that actually went and did that work and saying like, yo, I did go to school, I did get a degree for this, and I guess certified in being a journalist. Like I got a journalistic degree, whatever that shit is. But I just feel like just say you're a content creator or a YouTuber, but you do journalistic work.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the middle because I feel like if you go to school, a lot of times you get trained to view things from a certain lens versus like if you be raised from other outlets or something like that, you might have that alternative approach more times than not. And that's a different conversation. But even then, I feel like, say, for instance, like people that go into the court case or reading every court, like I feel like those people are journalists. Like when you go somewhere, like say you go visit a country and do interviews with the country, like you're doing journalistic work. And then I think it's up to the public if you have journalistic integrity or not. I think that's really one of the conversations. It's up to the people if they value your journalism. I think that's the real conversation and what you actually bring to the table. But Yeah, I mean, I do think it's levels to it. Like, obviously, you got syndicated people, you got like professional level journalism, but I mean, there's all type of levels. If you
so you saying like you could be an amateur journalist and shit like that? Like it's level like an amateur journalist.
yeah, and I mean, up to, like if you can garner, a big like following, it gets to a point where you are professional, where people do take you to a certain level. Like your credentials become validated by the people.
Yeah, that's how like how that I don't know how people feel about him, so I'm just whatever. Like how that Channel 5 guy, like how now he goes like to Israel and Palestine and he's interviewing the people there and he's doing all that type of work, or he's doing interviews with people. Like, what's the difference from him doing that and being called a journalist? And we sent CNN out there and they did the same exact people they interviewed, same exact whatever, same exact research. Why couldn't we call him a journalist because he didn't go to school for 4 years? It's like saying like, we can't call you a business guy because you didn't graduate college with a business administration degree, but it's like you're doing it, so I don't see why you can't be called that. Now, like I said, there's a lot more content creators than actually people doing journalistic work, but if you're doing the work, I think you could, if you want to call yourself that. I don't think it's like a doctorate thing where it's like, well, no, you can't call yourself a doctor because you don't have a doctorate. I don't think that is how, at least that's not how I look at it. I know a lot of people do, but it's like.
Doughboy, what you think?
Yeah, I look at it like this. It all depends on, to me, how you deliver whatever lane you in or whatever you choose to talk about or do journalistic work on. That all depends on you. Like how y'all just sat up here and did all this shit about steak and never listen to me. You will never hear me talk about that shit ever. like I do the podcast with Ray. We will never talk about that shit. When we stayed on Drake and them, it's simply their music. But that's still journalistic work. Just because we're not getting into who sued and who not sued, we stay away from that. One, we're not interested in it. Two, we do our research in it and still not interested in that shit. I just feel like everybody, if you go to school for it, you can go to school for it. I watched Stephen A. Smith go to school for it. I watched Skip Bayless go to school for it. I still watch people go, y'all never caught a football in y'all fucking life. How y'all gonna speak on the NFL? And then I watch NFL players retire and do a horrible job at it. So it's like, what's the argument here? They went to school for journalism, and y'all don't like that they do it. They didn't go to school for it, and y'all go, well, they played the game. Okay, I never rapped a day in my life. I'm still a consumer. I know what I like to hear. I know what I don't like to hear. Y'all are interested in the business aspect of hip hop majority of the time, like about how the debate you had. And Chaz, I told you, I watch your videos. So I know what you into. I'm not expecting to get on your shit and be like, he about to go bar for bar. How many he about to bring? No, you don't do that. That's not what you do. So I'm not gonna say you're a bad journalist because you don't bar for bar niggas' albums. But people will do that and it'll discourage you. Like I don't come on Chig's channel and be like, man, thought that nigga was gonna talk more about Joe Budden. That's not what he do. He talks about the entertainment space as a whole. But people let other people dictate what they channel. You don't like it, click on. What JB talking about, you call him Drake's accountant, that's cool. People love that content. They love that he looked that shit up. They love that he Googled that. They love how he articulated his words and all that. I could make the same video he make. It ain't gonna sound shit like that. That don't make me a bad journalist. That's just how he does his work. So I look at it like, if you go to school for it, cool, go to school for it. But yes, you could call yourself a journalist and never went to school for. Niggas call academics a journalist every day.
Hip hop journalist for it.
Yeah, he went
to like giving yourself a nick. It's like giving yourself a nickname. Like you out here calling yourself C Money and your name. Like, bro, your name Chauncey. Nobody call you C Money, bro. Like, fuck
me and Ray
no
podcast, we cover New Jersey hip hop, New Jersey entertainment. Period. We talk about musicians. We talk about actors, whoever we could find in the state of New Jersey. Some people feel like we journalists. Some people feel like, man, them niggas just be up there talking. They don't know what the fuck they talking about.
Nah, that's music journalism.
Yeah.
That's the definition of music journalism.
I met Chiggs interviewing him. He's from New Jersey. I reached out for an interview. That's how we became cool. And whoever, we didn't care who it was. We wanted to show that the state had more eyes than people thought. We got people that's famous from New York that live in the state of New Jersey. Why you move here? All that meant something to us. That's journalism. Our state didn't have it. They was going to Hot 97. They was going to Power 105.1. The artist that me and him thought was dope wasn't getting no love. So what we did, we reached out to people from Ice from the Joe Budden podcast, to Chig Smooth, to this person, to that person, to King Streets, all of them. So my thing is what you think it is. It ain't like if you feel like you're doing good journalistic work, you're doing it. It might really be
Nah, man.
how
You
you.
can't, you can't be out here just classifying
But
yourself.
if
You
that's
gotta have the credentials.
but this my thing. If that no, then nobody should do it. Then if they ain't go to school for it, if you need the credentials, if you didn't
Well,
go to get the credentials,
That's straying away from the question, though.
No, he said, "Do you?" No, I look at it like this. No,
Yeah.
I'm on that
It's not
side.
like a doctorate either. Like,
Yeah,
it's
I
not
watch
like
niggas go to school for this. That's why I said Stephen A. Smith and Skip. I watch niggas go to school for this shit and get clowned for talking about it. And I watch them respect niggas who went to school to play the sport, retire, do a horrible job at it. And niggas go, yeah, but he played ball though. That don't mean he still suck at journalism.
Yeah, that's true.
He still sucks. I don't give a fuck that he quit the football. He suck at what he talking about.
Who? Stephen A. Smith?
No,
He's just saying like in general, any sports person. That
I mean,
sucks.
Stephen A. does suck at that. I mean,
you see what but that's my whole thing. So my take on it is, you feel me? I don't think you need to go to school for it because now there's so many avenues and ways to get your opinion out. But some people may feel that way. But
Like I think, like I say this, I think like what Chiggs did when the lawsuits came out. I don't know if it was against Drake or who was against, but Chiggs actually contacted an actual lawyer and brought him on his channel. And then, like I feel like maybe he's not a journalist, but that is like what a journalist person would do. Like instead of Chiggs saying, "I know this about the lawsuit, this is it," he said, "Okay, I got a platform. Let me reach out to this lawyer, and he can actually break it down for my audience." I feel like that's like a step to it. Now, if he want to call himself a journalist or not because that's whatever. Like I said, I don't think you have to go to school for it to consider.
I mean,
Well, if that's the
I
case,
looked
I
up
agree
the-
with what Bryce said. Then I think Bryce right about what he said.
I looked up the definition. Music journalism is the practice of reporting, analyzing, and critiquing music across genres, serving a bridge between artists, audiences, while shaping public taste. So yeah, I mean, I don't think you got to go to school for that.
So it
You
ain't
got to be hip. I think you got to be connected to whatever culture that you're talking about for sure.
Oh shit.
Well, I think integrity matters too, right? It's about reporting facts and not really speculation with opinions on it, right? I think with what's the There's video, I think a lot of people didn't really talk about it because people know, all right, like you're obviously Drake's mans, and we know that this video is spun in a way that it favors Drake, right? So if people know that, especially journalists that's in hip hop,
is that
they're not really gonna take it seriously, right?
I mean, but we know that too with Fox
some
News
of it
and
is
CNN.
like
It's like they're
speculation.
still journalists. People still
Yeah.
consider journalists.
Say what?
As even like with Fox News, they still consider people journalists that write for them or whatever. Like we know they got their
Well,
whatever
yeah, they
bias that
can,
they got.
yeah, but I'm
So
saying
it's
like integrity matters if you're going to be, considered like a journalist and shit like that, right? You got to talk about the actual facts, like facts, not the speculation.
I mean, it just depends. I feel like a certain part of journalism is finding the links between the speculation too, and then sometimes you got to report what you got, depending on what it is. Like I think it's a time and a place for everything, and for us, we talking music, we talking beefs. Like I think it's appropriate for the most part. I get like we get a little sensitive because like these are our channels. They sending copyright strikes and all this type of stuff. So I get the importance of it as well, but at the same time, like. It is just barbershop talk. Like if we really being honest, like just some people are just ultra sensitive at the same time. But like,
Legend, what do you think?
Yeah, man. I agree with everything that you guys are saying right now. You know, in the sense of having a degree or educational background, you don't really need that to be certified or even like have people call you a journalist or think of you as a journalist or yourself thinking of yourself as a journalist, right? It's basically three jobs: reporting, where you're like, okay, I verified this. Then there's commentary, where you're trying to say like, here's what it means. Then it's the content. It's what you create to have people keep watching what you're creating. So most of what we call hip hop journalism, it's the third thing where you're making the content wearing the first thing's jacket, where you're doing the reporting. Commentary comes with it. Now, if you look at real journalism, people who do journalism and get paid for it on a 9 to 5, that has a cost structure. These reporting agencies, they all have cost that comes along with paying these people to do all of these articles. You have to get sources, verification, legal review, and then the willingness also to publish something that hurts your own access, right? So most creators these days can't afford any of that, and the ones who can, sometimes they often won't, because access to the public perception is the business model these days. So that's why ACK and them, they are saying that these traditional journalists, they have the money, they can afford to do the journalistic research, but they're not doing it. And it's what he's just, ranting off about. And I feel like, streaming and podcasting kind of killed the editing part of journalism, because there's no fact checked anymore. It's between a thought and 200,000 listeners. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna say what I want to say. You can fact check it yourself. I'm not gonna do it. So my honest opinion about journalism, it's like it's not dying, but it is getting outrun, right? Outlets still do the real work, the labor reporting, the lawsuit filings, the chart forensics, and stuff like that. But a rumor moves in 40 seconds and a correction moves in 3 days. So speed beats the truth. If you go out and, like some of these content creators, I forgot one of them, Screwface Gene, he just he just says one thing
Shout out
and
my guy Screw, man. Don't do that.
Yeah, that's my guy too. Shout out to Screw, man. That's my guy too,
Shout
bro.
out
Yeah, shout him
Nigeria,
out.
huh?
Shout him out.
shout
I'd
out
love to have him on the panel, bro. You're invited, bro.
No, that's good. You
Love it.
should, bro. But what I'm trying to say is the way his strategy is, it's smart at the end of the day. I watch his content. I used to watch it before a lot. Now I don't as much. But there's a lot of things that go around journalism. But for me, it's the fix isn't the credentials. It's the receipts. Show your sourcing. Timestamp your claims. Correct yourself on camera when you're wrong. Do that for like a year, and you're a journalist, bro, regardless of what anybody calls you. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay. Charles, did you give your opinion on it?
About journalism, I feel like the way that people consume it has changed it, because they don't want it to be too well thought out, too well researched. They want it to be splashy. They want it to be very spectacular. They want to be entertained with their takes. They want you to be like academics. They want you to be there just saying anything that's outrageous, and they can't sit through a 60-minute episode like they used to. Like, we used to sit and watch the news for real, but you can't be that anymore. You don't need to do a lot of research. They just want your opinion. Honestly, people already made up their mind on stuff. They want you to tell it. Like with Chiggs, he tells you the story and he goes about his business. He'll put a little bit of opinion in it, but he'll just tell you, all right, guys, blah, blah, blah. He's gonna tell you what it is, and then you're gonna get out of there. But they want it. They want. A lot of people already read the story. They already read it. They want to hear your opinion. So they're not even looking for real journalism like that anymore. In my opinion, I think they're looking for clickbait. That's why the best videos that do the most numbers are the clickbait, sensationalism, and that's why so many YouTubers now giving opinions like me and Jay and everybody else, because people want to hear other people validate what they already believe. They don't really want you to get to the bottom of shit. This, that, and the third. Like, we could say facts all day, but people gonna not believe like some of the stuff that we talked about tonight. Some people in the chat's like, I don't believe that. Some people do. And at the end of the day, it ain't even about facts no more. It's about what you believe and who you like.
That's valid. That's valid.
I guess the question would be like, who in hip hop media at this current moment do people consider journalists? Like, who are the journalists?
Lauren LaRosa.
She's a journalist. Okay.
I think that's like
at times academics when he goes into his like talk about court cases, when he goes into that type of bag. He has many bags. I think he kind of even referred to that. What's the dirt? Like, I kind of counterpoint, like, he makes 60-minute content and people will watch it and stay tuned to it.
90 Jake.
Yeah, like it's like
Rob
Trap Lord Ross.
Yeah, I think
I'm seeing Torre in the chat, Justin Hunt, Rob Markman.
I do. Also, sometimes I look at that shit like this too. Once people become a fan of you, they're not clicking your video sometimes for a journalistic view. They want to know what you think. and other people will click your video, and this is the selective hearing shit I hate. They will hear you say, in my opinion, and still leave the comment going, you don't know what the fuck you talking about, bro.
Facts.
Shout out.
But that's what YouTube is for. Like,
but
bro.
That's why the conversation is like, you just pick what you pick. Because like I said, I'm subscribed to Chad. Like I watch his content and I hear him say, in my opinion, this is what I think. And then that nigga comment section to be like, nigga, you just hate Drake. And I'd be like, damn, he did say it was his opinion. He ain't have to put no facts in the fucking description. He said, in my opinion. Chiggs, when you came on my show, we was telling you, yo, this is what we think. We wasn't saying this is what the masses think. But sometimes people hear shit what they want to hear, and then they make an opinion on how you are as a content creator or a journalist. They be like, oh, he just be up there saying this bullshit. But I told you this page is based off what I think. It ain't based on me doing the Google or anything. Because there are some people out here with huge channels that do no research.
What about Paul Rowe from What's the Numbers?
Who is that?
I know what's the number.
I don't even know what it is.
I know what. That's a New York
Trap Lord definitely is.
Yeah. It's a New York dude. He be getting busy.
Yeah.
He got all the stories. You know, some journalistic.
Yeah, the chat don't agree. They're saying what's the dirt's not a journalist. They're saying, and shout out to Stacy. He said documentarians aren't always journalists. Just to be clear.
Chat been on bullshit all night, man. As soon as we say something there, like straight up.
I think that's Charles chat that bullshit, man. I already know whose chat it is the bullshit.
Can I say something though?
Yeah.
You can't be a journalist if your integrity isn't there. So a lot of people that we're naming or being named right now, they really lean one way or another, and that makes you not a journalist. You can't be a journalist if you're not going to follow the story. What I was saying earlier was like, they won't follow the story. They wait till they get to a certain point that's good for their guy, and then they'll go and all in and get all the details and all the Googles, this, that, and the third. But when it's not their guy, they'll kind of minimize it and make it not so bad, right? So right there, you can't be a journalist at that point.
No,
That's
I don't think so.
That's why they're saying what's the dirt cannot be a viable journalist. At one point, he was good. He would cover both sides. He did.
That's bias speaking.
But what point was that?
Hold on one second. So I think D-Fran kind of summed this up, right? He gave the news example. When you go to Fox News, you already know you are 99% of the time reading a right-wing conservative perspective.
Facts.
You go to a CNBC, you know you're going to see a left-leaning perspective. So I don't think your bias determines if you're a journalist or not. I think anyone can engage in journalism. You could, if you write for your high school newspaper, you're engaging in the act of journalism. If you're in college and you write for the college sports team and you're the editor, you're a journalist. So I think,
yeah, but you're not supposed to see it. When I was younger, you didn't know Fox News was leaning anyway. You didn't know that NBC was leaning, but now they can openly lean, and that's taken away from the journalism part of it.
But as long as I can remember, it was owned by Rupert Murdoch, so you know where these people are and where their political views skew. But like I said, I don't consider myself a journalist. I consider myself a content creator. I create content on YouTube in a video format. But what we're seeing now is these people who are traditional journalists or were traditional journalists, like Torre, like Rob Markman, like Justin Hunt. They're now transforming their media into video.
Creators.
And
now,
right
look
now,
at my guy Torre right now, Jay.
Huh?
Look at Torre right now. He goes crazy.
Oh, you don't got to tell me. He comments
so
on my
I guess, like,
TikTok
right now he
every
wouldn't be
week.
considered
right?
a journalist. Right now he wouldn't be considered a journalist, right? Torre.
Well,
He's a YouTuber.
Well, but he's still engaged. If you do video, this is not for him, for example, but if you do video essays deep diving into a topic, that's journalism. Like,
okay,
if you're
let's get away from hip hop media. This is a question I just want to know. Would y'all consider, and maybe he doesn't even consider himself this, but you said video essays. Would you consider FD Signifier a journalist with his video essay breakdowns?
I don't know enough of the topics that he goes into, but yeah, it would be hard for me. But if you're looking at, like, I know the Tyler Perry one is a pretty big video that he's done.
Yeah.
That's a form of journalism, right? I think the video essays, for sure. I don't know enough of his content to give a big take on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would consider him. I think he engages in journalism, for sure. For sure.
All right.
Yeah, no, I agree with Charles too, with what he's saying in the sense of journalism, because if you think about it, right, Ack, he does like breakdowns, he does research, regardless of if it's Drake, if it's Kendrick, if it's Cole, if it's Future, he's doing like those type of deep breakdowns and research for every